Dummy.
I used to make my belt match. I don't be caring no more. It's
You
just
tuck your front of your shirt in, so you
like
Gucci belt.
I did. I ain't gonna lie, yeah.
Oh yeah,
I did. I went through that phase.
yeah.
You used to make your belt match what?
My attire. Now it's just black or brown.
That's when you used to tuck in your Gucci belt. That's what Todd said.
I showed it a little bit.
A little bit.
Chill out, man. You tuck your pants in the Gucci shoes. Chill out. See this Gucci
Dummy.
symbol up here. This nigga tucked his pants in his shoes.
They said Hootie used to wear gym clothes with his shit tucked in. Damn, who?
You just let the buck.
You got on a jersey with a damn Gucci belt.
No. You just tuck the little tip of it inside the G right there. You know what I'm saying? So they can see just a little bit. You don't want the whole thing.
That nigga used to tuck. Nah, you used to tuck your shit a lot. Though.
Yeah.
No, that was dress clothes.
I think used to have the whole front end tucked in.
With dress clothes, yeah.
No, with all clothes.
Yeah, dress clothes, or I wear a sweater on purpose. Where, you know, it
You can have on a polo shirt.
Tuck the shirt inside.
So that nigga had a sleep
you
dress
just-
with
you
that
just
bitch tucked in
You
it.
just make sure that the
got
sweaters flip. So it,
right there, sit
know
right
what
on
I'm
top of the
saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I got you.
But I just like it ain't cool no more. Or
What?
it ain't gonna show if I do it.
Oh, them niggas still be rocking them hoes. Just
Yeah,
they be
they-
having on them skinnies. They be hanging, you know.
They look like cornballs to the teeth. Too.
Nigga be having on them skinnies.
That's crazy. A nigga feel like a cornball for wearing a Gucci belt at this point. How that go?
I mean, I see the little LV, but they don't look bad. It just
I
don't
thought
tuck
about
it.
it yesterday.
Don't tuck it no more.
But I had a suit on. But I was like, it'll be cool for that. But yeah.
I mean,
can't
I think you
tuck
can
it
still wear
anymore.
one now if as long as you ain't tucking the bitch and
You
shit.
can still wear the classic Gucci belt, red, white, the red and green.
I don't know about
Nah,
the Gucci, but I seen niggas rock the little LV. Still that little brown
And the
LV,
G,
and it looks
look.
sweet. But you know they ain't trying to like show it. It just
It be the subtle ones too, like a all black with just the 2 G.
like I said, them niggas have on that small.
I like the
fucking
all black
sweatshirt.
with the 2 G's, but the colored one. I mean, if you got on a little T-shirt and like when you move, you see it. That's cool. But if you just doing it on purpose,
I'm forcing you to see my shit.
yeah, that's kind of like, okay.
I'm
nigga.
walking around like this.
Yeah,
So my shirt be raised. Walking around with your hands.
The old hoop.
Okay,
And that bitch still was tucked in. You know they got that.
stretching for no fucking reason.
That nigga must have had that bitch strapped to his socks, goddamn. How he took that bitch, and that bitch never came untucked.
just standing in the hallway with your hands on your hips, just like this. Goddamn.
Like can't get right in the gym.
Them bitches gotta be flipped too. You gotta flip them whole backwards.
Hey, that's how you breathe.
I guess. Man.
Dummy.
Oh, the oxygen flow through
Yeah.
that way. I got you.
Opening up your airway like open. That's the
That
open.
nigga
way.
like, got some little gills come out over that bitch, huh? I ain't fucking with y'all. Here we go. You tuning in to the Dummies Podcast. I'm Stop.
I'm Joe.
I'm Todd.
I'm motherfucking hootie, nigga.
And we back like we never left, cause like we say every week, we never leave.
You bitch,
It's
you.
episode 109.
109.
Yes, 109.
You bitch,
dig? Yeah. And we in this thing, man, feeling good, feeling great. It's Sunday, November the 29th, fresh off a turkey day. Yeah, niggas still stuffed around this motherfucker. But as always, shouts out to all our people on the front lines, man. We still battling the pandemic. Got plenty of stories to get to in relations to that, man. We hope everybody had a safe and happy holidays, man. Was able to enjoy it at least a little bit with your family and your loved ones. You know, for some people who couldn't, we understand, man. We you know, trying to do whatever we can to get out of this pandemic, man. Please still keep on your mask. Our people on the front lines, man, we salute y'all. We still thinking about y'all as y'all keep battling the tough job that y'all got to do, man. Where we at with it, Hoop?
Good week, man. Cool week. 109. It feel like it's 109 degrees in this motherfucker. Though.
What you got on that hoodie? Take it off.
I'm not taking it off. I can't
You got
coordinate.
that Gucci belt on around his chest.
I don't want to show it. I don't want to
If
show
you'd
the
have had
belt.
that Gucci
Dummy.
belt on,
I don't
you
want to
could've
show the
took it.
belt.
You would have took that bitch out too quick, dude.
I don't want to show it. But the week was cool, man. Real good week, man. I rethought some shit about what I was thankful for, and just having my entire family in the house for a whole week. That shit is pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? You enjoy shit like that.
Right.
So just rethought what I was thankful for. Did some shit for Thanksgiving. Just made everybody go around the table, say what you thankful for, and I think that shit was cool too.
That's
Hearing
an
it-
upgrade,
hearing
though.
it come. Right, I prayed, nigga. It was quick. You know, it was quick.
Thank you for our food.
Exactly. Thank you for our food, family, and us being together. Goddamn, you know that's all that matters to me, though.
Hey,
Right.
that means something.
You know?
That means
It's a
something.
lot.
So you know that was cool. That still is cool. But that was really it, man. Been eating good ever since the Thursday morning workout. Ain't worked out a lick, but tomorrow I'm getting back at it. How was your week, young Tizzle?
Oh yeah, man. Cool, real cool. Like you said, of course, Thanksgiving. What's Thanksgiving? You know, you eat all your bad shit. We worked out Thursday.
You
but
ate
I
all
did-
that pie, cake? Both?
Man,
No.
this nigga got a motherfucking sweet tooth out this word. That nigga came
Hey,
on my
listen.
house, and in the first 8 minutes, this nigga had 2 pieces of pie and a piece of hunker cake.
First off, he lying.
That
I had
nigga,
a
but
piece
okay,
of-
I
had a
believe
piece of cake.
Let me tell you why I believe him. Hold on. I believe him because this nigga came in here with breakfast, gave his breakfast away, and ate candy.
And that nigga look like fool. Like it done took me so long to eat that. What I ate in 3-4 days, this nigga came and did in 10 minutes. Say I'm lying.
All right, so I had a piece of pie and cake at Stockhouse.
Pie
yes.
and cake.
Pie and cake.
What did I say
did.
wrong?
But look,
Oh wait, he lied.
I had what he said,
But it wasn't to the magnitude. He said. It wasn't that
I
aggressive.
over exaggerated
It
the
was
shit. It was a small piece, man.
no,
Small
boy.
piece.
That nigga had. That nigga had big hunk. You know when your piece of pie be.
the kindergarten cut.
But no, yeah. I forgot what the fuck I was finna say. Fuck with you, bitch.
Because you can't remember your lie. See, you got to remember a lie,
But
right?
no, I didn't eat all my cake though. I actually, I'm gonna get the rest of it away because
It's too late now? Is it?
It-
I want to.
it's not too late. That bitch still.
Who you gonna give it away to, Tom?
Them homeless
Them people he was
they
gonna
usually
drive
be
to the
out-
voting. To the voting.
I give it to them. Yeah, I give it to them.
People he was gonna drive to go vote.
But for real though,
Like who to be giving his leftover Thanksgiving?
Right, I
to?
Yeah,
give
but
it to
don't
the-
give them
I
cake,
hate
man.
'em.
They might already have
Well, I give it-
issues and stuff.
I had a Grace asked me this shit. What are they now? They used to always be right here by the fire station. I don't be seeing them no more.
Yeah,
Yeah, you know they pushing them out of
Right.
downtown over there.
they it's a little home right there. It's like if you on Second, if you going down Second, and like you turning to go to Regents Park, they used to be like right there.
When we leave the gym, it be something sitting
Yeah,
right there on the
right.
steps.
Like by that church.
Yeah,
They
by
be
the
over there, but it used to be a lot of
Yeah,
them.
it used to be a
Yeah,
lot
but
of them.
shit, I mean, shit.
Yeah,
You feed
yeah.
somebody, you make them. You know what I'm saying? You know.
It's the time because like they line up certain time for them to let them in. The
Yeah,
night.
in the morning,
Right.
and then at a certain time in the morning, they got to be out. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. But aside from Thanksgiving, that Friday I went to the gym. But man, like forgetting your headphones and you pulling up at the gym is the worst feeling in the world.
Hell
Might as
yeah.
well go home.
I
He was
did.
about to.
I was about to.
I motivated that nigga.
I went home.
He was about to. He said,
But I
"I'm
done
finna
went
go
got my
home."
headphones
I
and
said,
went
"Man, you already there."
I can't lie. He did. I give him his propers when they do.
Appreciate the talk.
But I was in the car and luckily I was talking to that nigga on the phone. And,
I wish you talking to Mike.
You can't hear him, cuz?
I'm pretty sure he can.
Dummy.
He just wanted to say some shit.
No, you was talking to goddamn Mike.
Either way, big shout out to Stock. He did motivate me to go in the gym. I made the drive, so it was no reason for me not to go in. I went in, I did my workout, and it was
Where you was at? What that was at?
Crunch.
Where that's at?
It's in Hoover, by the Guitar Center, that music store.
Oh, by the parts
In the
store.
shopping center.
Yeah.
What is
the
like in
shopping
there?
center.
What is like?
Henny Furs and stuff.
It's pretty cool. But you got to go early.
I'm never
'Cause
going
they
to
in
the
there.
gym.
That nigga say by
after
6 o'clock.
By 6
nigga.
o'clock.
After 7, I'm never entering another
That's
gym.
how it is in 24E.
Yeah.
6 o'clock. Them niggas start rolling in that bitch. Not
Yes,
a mask
sir.
in sight.
Not a one.
in sight. Shh.
But yeah, that's the week, man. Can't wait to get back in there again with you. So hopefully you'll open the gym up. But Joe, how was your week, bro?
Dope week, did the Thanksgiving. Fried a turkey. That shit turned out good.
Is that your opinion or the consensus? Very.
Not everybody said it.
Cause I ain't getting none, man.
Hey,
We could be like Jermaine.
I ain't get mine.
We could be
I
like
asked-
Jermaine.
boy.
We could fry one tomorrow.
that nigga cooked the turkey Friday.
Shout out Jermaine.
And you wonder why people called you that. But nah, did that Thursday. Kicked it with the family. Had a funeral to go to Saturday. Prayers to the Harris family. That was weird. It was outside. Social distancing is very hard at something like that. And watched the fight. And that was pretty much my week. It was a busy week. Something different than normal. So all in all, it was good. How about you, Stock?
Another thing, real quick. I'm sorry, I ain't mean to, but I had went to Euphoria Thursday. Saw some positive shit in a bad situation. And that shit was amazing. I think I'm a huge fan now because I was able to see that. Derez Deshawn was there performing at Euphoria, and like niggas in the crowd and shit was, you know what I'm saying, getting into it. And he kind of squashed all of that shit on some real nigga shit. Like, look here, man. The kind of shit we expect from Tip and shit like that. Look here, man. We black people, we going through a whole lot, and y'all want to get in here and beef over nothing. I'm in here showing everybody love, giving daps, giving hugs, in here mingling with the crowd. and y'all want to start that, and just on some positive shit, and that kind of squashed everything and brought the whole momentum of the week of the night up. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that, pretty cool.
What buddy name is?
The Reds Deshaun. The Reds Deshaun.
Nigga like that old uncle. He don't even know who the fuck he talking. Who is that?
Young nigga, man.
Okay. Yeah,
I got
check
a
him
few cool pictures. I'm gonna show you. Yeah, the Hardaway shit.
Okay.
Dope. No, bro. How was your week, Stock? My bad. I didn't mean to cut that
All
off.
good. Cool little week, man. Thanksgiving week. Mother-in-law came up. It was dope having some different energy because you really been around the same people the whole.
She had
kinda
you
time
wasted
for
all
the
week?
most part. Nah, but we did. It seemed like we about 5, 6 o'clock. Well, about 7 o'clock. We gather around and have our beverages,
It's time.
have a quick little talk, and then go different directions. But it was cool, man. We made us some Moscow mules. That was pretty cool. Little
You was
change
proud
up.
of them mules. How they turn out?
That was pretty good. Yeah, it's good. You know what I'm saying? Every now and then have a change up from
What's all in the mule?
fucking ginger beer, vodka, and lime and something. Don't stop me to lime.
I think that's about it.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Ice.
Yeah, ice, water.
And you gotta have the right mug. You
Yeah.
gotta have the right mug.
Like you don't give me no mule in this kind
Right,
of cup.
no glass.
goddamn it.
No. You gotta have like the little tin thing.
Yeah. So but all in all, it was a dope week, man. Thanksgiving, like Hoot said, man, it was cool, man. Because like we said, like I haven't been around my mom since February. She hadn't been around her mom, and her mom hadn't been up here since like December or something. So you know what I'm saying? It's kind of
Right.
with everything that's going on, it's cool to be around, your loved ones, man, and be able to spend a little time with people, because you just don't know how shit going, man, the way things going. And while we were sitting there, you're just grateful for the people that's there, because we seeing so many people who getting sick, getting COVID, man, and not making it, man. So if nothing else than showed us in 2020, man, it just showed us that again, it keep putting in here, showing us that at any moment, any time, which is something we know, but 2020 just constantly giving it back to us, letting us know that at any moment we can go. So
And that was something the girl said too that kind of caught my ear with you saying that. She was like, when the kids was leaving, she was like, make sure it's not a year before I see you again. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
When thinking about it, like, shit, possibly can be, but hopefully it's not.
right.
And
That's
I meant
what
to
a
tell
lot
you
of
too,
people-
Hoop, man. I thought that shit was dope, man. Y'all going around the table telling them what y'all
Yeah,
thankful
man.
for. Like, yeah.
Well, it was
Being who it's coming from is dope to me because, my nigga, you the worst.
that was my way of
Hang on.
That was my way of
Was
praying.
that around the same time you put the message in the group?
What I say?
Hey, he thankful for us. No
Yeah.
homo.
No. I did
No,
that for y'all for
pause.
like breakfast. That was before. 'Cause you know what I'm saying? In a black woman household, you ain't gonna eat till about 5. So
I was
did
just
that early.
very
about
true.
to ask y'all that.
Nah, it was we.
Shit, we was ready about 1 o'clock on the dot.
Maybe it's the white and gray then. Yeah, the light skin and gray. We eat till late, but that's when I normally eat anyway. So it's cool with me. But the kids
We ate about 3:30,
at 1 o'clock, 2:30. The kids was like, "When we gonna eat?"
But that's always a kid.
Yeah,
like,
what we
when
gonna
we was little, I used to be going in the kitchen trying to see what's up.
Right.
Go your ass back downstairs. But I do want to say too, I'm thankful for our listenership, man. I'm thankful for all our fans, man, the people who
Thankful
support
for
us.
y'all.
Anybody that ever bought something from us, anybody who take time, just to listen to the podcast, man. We're thankful for y'all. We're appreciative. Dez, I'm thankful for you, my nigga.
Believe that.
All the work and effort you put in every week with us.
You bet you.
I know sometimes I see you them texts getting on your ass and shit, but at the same time, it's all in love. You always take it with stride. And we always try to work to improve the quality of what it is that we doing here, man. I appreciate all you boys. I'm thankful for
Thank you.
y'all.
Thank
All the sacrifice that y'all make to y'all family that allow y'all to be here every week so we can put out a podcast. I know sometimes people are, well, there ain't no money being made or it's for fun, all that shit,
Damn, why we
which
do it?
now we're in position where we're actually making revenue, but still in all, like, we could be doing a lot of other things on this Sunday to be away from your family
Right.
sometimes to bring this pod to people. I'm thankful for y'all boys. I'm thankful for our listenership. So.
Thankful
I
for
still
you
could be
too,
game
bro.
banging.
Oh yeah, in these goddamn suburban streets.
For
But
real.
yeah, be thankful that we fuss at you. With Stock saying that, with Stock saying that made me think like what a coach told me one time. Start worrying when I don't tell you shit. You know what I'm saying? When I don't fuss at you, when I don't get on your ass. But also with that, what you were saying, that was my way of praying, but getting around praying. because I'm not that big of expressing. You know what I'm saying? So I had to find a way. I knew this year I had to say the prayer, so I had to start it with something that's gonna get a prayer going.
And that's exactly what I said.
Hootie.
And that's exactly why I said it, because coming from you,
I'm trying to. Let me
nigga don't listen. Huda, have you ever told your kids you miss them?
Honestly, I said I love you.
I've never said that shit until I was older either.
I say I love you, but honestly, I don't think
But we
I
talked
really
about
said
this
that.
before. What y'all feel like as men? Why you feel like it's hard to tell your kids that
You
you
just-
miss them or that you love them?
I've never heard that from my parents.
Right, but
So for me, it's not
So
hard.
it's not like normal.
right, but like we can go around the table and say like shit. I never had like my dad wasn't. I didn't have that
Right.
figure, but I'm that.
Right.
For me, it's not hard to say. It's just that, like Todd said, I wasn't told it, so I don't naturally think about it.
Right.
So it's not that it's hard for me to say, because I'll say it if I think about it, like, damn, I really miss you, but I don't.
Yeah.
Just mentally,
Yeah,
I
I'll
don't
think
that way.
about it in my head, but
But don't say
I don't even think of it, because like honestly, like growing up, my mom was always there. She always loved me. She always
Right.
did shit, but she was never that. I love you. I
But
miss
she
you.
did let you play
but
ball
but to the
wire.
ones that think it, you and Todd both said y'all think it. If you think it, say it.
You're right. I'm not that. I do agree with it. I don't even think it.
But I think it's more of an action for me, because if somebody like I haven't seen in a while, it's like the action, the embrace. It's not, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah,
and it's just how you express your love. Like we may say, hey, I'm doing this. This is me showing you that I love you. It's not instead of me actually saying the word.
Like
So-
for the stuff that I do that you don't know about, like I gave
Right.
you my last $15 for you to go get some pearls, but I can't even pay my light bill.
Oh,
right
I
now.
didn't say something
but you-
because
but you-
I didn't want to hurt your
But
feelings.
the thing with the kids is they won't
don't know that.
understand
They
that till,
Yeah, yeah.
like
Till later.
shit. It's stuff that I was in college. Shit, it's stuff now that as a parent that I be appreciate my mom for way more now, or I
Yeah.
catch myself fussing at Jordan some type of way, and I'm like, damn, I sound just like how my mama was when she used to be fussing at me, and I appreciate that shit different.
So which is more important? You showing it to them or you telling them?
I think it's equally both.
Equally both,
Because
yeah.
at this age right now, kids don't
You gotta hear
understand.
it.
You tell them.
So you gotta hear it as well as show it? Or
to me,
you can't
my
do one without
personal-
the other.
everybody's different, and I'm not gonna put my opinion on you, but I think it's equally important to show them both.
I do too. Okay. Now, anyway,
Especially now,
I've
because
never thought
I was
that.
seeing where kids are suffering from depression more than any other time, because everything going over. They can't see their friends.
Yep.
They
The
in
internet.
the house, so they need that. That affirmations, words of affirmations, or both. So,
And it go a long way.
Yeah.
Because if
I've
I-
noticed that, too.
If I tell Jordan I'm disappointed at her, it hit her like you
Different.
would have thought I whooped her or some
Right.
shit. But just by saying I'm so disappointed in what you just did,
Right.
that shit kill her.
Right.
So words it matter, and as
I don't
fathers.
know if
and
I've
stuff.
ever said that though. Because we had to have a conversation this week, you know what I'm saying, because of some shit that happened. But I don't know if I ever really was like, I'm disappointed. I showed it and expressed that I was, but I've never verbatimly said
Shit,
it.
I didn't say that shit a couple of occasions.
I'm telling you,
disappointed because I felt like it was something that I know that she knows
She
better.
know better, right.
And
I don't know if I did it the right way, but I don't really care because I feel like I did it and it helped. I kind of did it in an embarrassing way. I brought it up in front of Grace and Candace of Caden, and all that happened was a conversation. So I feel like it was a good outcome
Yeah.
because we had a conversation.
Yeah. Most times, when you don't say shit, if it could have went a wrong way, that way that you just did. But I'm glad
It
it
didn't
didn't,
go- I don't think it
because
go-
she
yeah.
obviously she knows you love her. You know what I'm saying? Based off what you do. But
And
like we
care,
were
and
saying,
care. Yeah.
you saying it helps too.
Yeah, but not saying that she don't. I'm not talking about you. I'm using in general. Sometimes I don't know. Like I don't know
You gotta be direct
if kids
sometimes.
think that you may love them. Like you might fuss at them, and they think that you don't love them the way you fuss at them.
Yeah.
yeah.
I've had a conversation similar. That's why I'm bringing it up.
But
You kind of
in that you go and you explain as to why, you know what I'm saying, you handled the situation or why you reacted to it. Because, hey, like if I catch you talking to a little boy and I told you not to, you're going to have a reaction about it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So if you go out, I mean,
and you go off, it could definitely go the wrong way, and she can sneak and do it because we've been that little boy on the other end of that phone, call her, hanging up, she call you right back. But as a parent, that shit's different because you know how sneaky little girls were.
Right, but-
so you try to handle it differently.
right. But our point is to how does that make that little girl feel? That might make her feel, or that boy or whoever, that might make
Embarrassed
them
or-
feel like, damn, my dad always fussing at me.
So that's why I'm glad I did it that way because it wasn't a fuss. It was more so a conversation, and you brought others also who show we care about you, but we are also thinking this way.
That's why relationship just so complicated. Whether it's
It's
Any
not
type
one
of
way.
marriage
It's not
or
one way.
any relationship, friendship, because although you may know better, and although you may have good intentions and actually what happens or results, just because you know something don't mean that you're gonna get the result that you want to have. And sometimes you find yourself what you get back from that person. I catch myself sometimes like what they say back to you, it'd be like, damn, that's not what I was intending to
Right.
happen.
Right.
But
Right.
for some kind of reason, the atmosphere make it be that.
Right.
And that'd be some of the craziest, confusing shit about relationships, whether it's marriage or, friendships or parent relationships.
You have to do a better job at explaining exactly what you mean, because you don't know what mind frame that other person in and how they receive it. And I'm terrible at that. Like, I say some shit and meant it one way, but it'd be received a totally different other way.
That's why it's good to have a balance when you're having that conversation. Balance can be from someone else. Like, because I was like, this was fucked up that she did that. But then Grace will come down and say it in a calm
say it
way.
the same way. Yeah.
So that's why I'm kind of
And they'll receive it a lot
They'll
better.
receive it a whole lot
But
better.
they'll get it from both ways.
But to me, that's why I think too, like with parenting, I always felt like regardless that it's a 2-person job to me, because I feel like like if I think it's so much
Gotta have a
balance that
balance.
women sometimes bring in to
absolutely.
kind of, and sometimes
And
the
vice
woman
versa.
rah.
Right, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Stop fussing at that boy, man. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
Not in that in the presence of the kid, but like stop fussing so much. You know what I'm saying? So it's a balance, but I do think it's a 2-person job because I think it's a lot of things that kids can get from both sides.
And I think that sometimes you both take both roles. Sometimes you're the bad guy. Sometimes you're the good guy.
Right. And starting off with a son, it was kind of hard to kind of
Especially
show-
at 16.
Right. This is I'm talking about. And
Shit.
you don't know what the
That
fuck
nigga
they're
barely
doing.
know how to wipe up on his nuts.
Right.
Can't even get a he couldn't even
Damn
get a
sure I know
driver's license.
John.
With the parent, that boy don't even know how to wipe his nuts yet.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, and you start off with a boy, and I swear, man, I did not know how to like extend grace.
I
with
think
Jalen.
starting off with a girl is tougher.
I don't know, bro.
And maybe
Because
that's 'cause
the
I
way
started
you're
with a girl.
raised as a boy, it's almost like you passing that shit on to your son.
Yeah,
I'm
and
telling you,
and
that
I-
shit is different.
I think it probably might be vice versa, probably whatever you have, like somebody who started off with a boy feel, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I feel like starting off with a girl for me made me more, I think I would be, like if I was to have a boy, I would be more
I'd probably
patient
be more-
already now.
I'd probably be more
and I'd probably
reckless.
be more, I'd probably actually be more loving than I would have been
Probably.
had he started off in Jordan's spot. Like if my oldest was a boy, I probably would have, that nigga probably be right around here about to
Right.
shoot the club because I would have been
Right,
so
you know what I'm
tough.
saying?
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's-
but I think that's the time too, because now you say, you can't say, stop acting like a little girl.
Well,
toughen up.
I don't know. I
But
don't know
that's my point.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
I
yeah,
would
yeah.
have
To be
now, like if he was Jordan age, I would have told him
Yeah.
that all the way up
Right.
until
Boy, stop crying.
Exactly.
last year, guys.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because
Let's
I
stop
heard
crying.
I heard that so much from my mom. You niggas stop acting like a little girl. So I probably would have raised my son that way. But having a little girl, I couldn't be like act like a nigga. I can't say that. I can't say that, fool.
You probably tell your girl stop acting like a little
You know
girl.
what I'm saying? I can't say that, fool. So it's like damn.
That's Hooter right there. Stop acting like a damn girl.
She like,
She is a girl, right? So so having that girl kind of gets you out of that mind frame.
Look at the dummies, man. I told y'all, man, the dummies not so dumb,
I'm telling
man.
you, man.
or maybe we are.
because I don't know how we got here.
Because all that shit, I don't know what the fuck wrong with y'all. Y'all niggas got sentimental.
I'm
after
glad we got
Thanksgiving
here.
and shit.
Goddamn, I'm crying laughing over this. Bitch.
You're so stupid, bro.
But Todd, I am thankful for you, Todd. I'm gonna learn to fuss at you in a different way, but I fuss at you. 'cause
Slap
I
him a
care.
little less.
Yeah.
Slap my
But no. But going back to what Stock said, thankful for the listeners. Somebody else I don't like. Thankful for Jack, man. Jack will text you.
Thankful for somebody you don't like?
Yeah, I don't fuck with Jack. He'll text you 8 a.m. Monday about a joke about the podcast.
And I appreciate that. 'cause
That means, yeah.
That means he was listening early.
Yeah.
He was
Oh, yeah,
first.
Jack always in the
He
early.
was first, guy.
He always in the early crowd. I'm like, damn, why you say? Oh, I heard a text, Joe.
Jack be reminding me of shit. I say, God damn, Jack, we ain't even edit yet.
Jack be on it. Shouts out Jack, man. We was talking about COVID, man. Numbers still soaring, man. Everybody, man, be careful, man. Be safe. We hear vaccines and stuff coming, whether, in all seriousness, whether you gonna be for it or not for it. We got a while for it come. So make sure you putting on your mask, man. Wash your fucking hands. Practice social distance. The shit that we keep saying. Don't be too cool for a mask. We see a lot of different politicians. Stupid shit going on. I think DeSantis in Florida. We always talk about dummy DeSantis.
Florida always nuts.
My man, continued an executive order where he basically not letting businesses shut down. He won't even let them shut down.
Do businesses want to?
Huh?
Do businesses want to?
Well, I don't know how it worked, but it just said that he basically extended an executive order blocking business from shutting down. I don't know the details in it.
That's nuts.
But he basically saying that he don't want them to shut down. They got
He's
to
probably
remain
stopping
open.
them from being able to get funding if they, shut down, so they can't
No
get
tax
funded.
loopholes
Yeah.
and write-offs and
So
So it's just like you see shit like that, it make you think like, man, like what makes them want to be like that. But I feel like for him, the driving force is making sure that that budget get balanced at the end. And you put
less
life
money come out of their pocket.
money before life, and it's just unfortunate.
Man, that vaccine, they say that best, it's not going to be like available to like spring. But man, just be careful. You don't have to have reunions this year. You don't have to
Shots.
do yeah, that shit was just stupid. But no, just family gatherings. Like I want to go, like Sock said, I want to go home and see my folks.
Okay,
but
so let's
might not be able to.
Let's talk about that from a general standpoint. Is that stupid, or is that just people being people, man?
Being in a closed environment with no mask on is very dangerous right now.
It's dangerous.
It is.
Facts.
But I had a conversation with somebody. I didn't see eye to eye with them. Like I didn't agree with it, but I understood the emotion behind what they were saying. It's crazy. It's a catch-22, right? Like I got an 80-something-year-old grandmama, and if I come around her, I might infect her with COVID. You know what I'm saying?
Not even know it.
And I might, but at the same time, people looking at it like, if I don't go see this 85-year-old grandmama, maybe I don't get to see her again. And all of us have lost loved ones that we would love to be around. We didn't know that was going to be their last day when it was their last day. We didn't know that was going to be their last holiday. So they feel like if I don't go see them for Thanksgiving and then something happened before then what? Like I said, I haven't been around my mom since February. I'm going to rely on the principle of text messages and conversations and just hope that, pray for the best. I don't want to be around because I wouldn't be able to live with myself if I was the one that brought that shit into the house that spread it to everybody.
I rather take that chance.
But some
of not
people,
seeing them.
some people believing in
It can go
another side of
it
it.
can go the other way as well, because it can easily be like me not going to see my grandmother is killing her. You know what I'm saying? Like it just emotionally and mentally
depressed.
Those older people, like you'll see like somebody at 80, their spouse dies and they die from heartbreak.
Right behind
So
them.
it could be the same type of way.
Yep.
So I'm killing my grandmother whether I go out and go see her or whether I don't go see her.
Yeah, but that's a little bit different than.
I mean,
You
in a
put
perfect
yourself in
world,
danger.
in a perfect world, you go nowhere and you go see your grandmother and you're all fine.
But I feel what you're saying. You still saying like, nigga, you at a goddamn house party and it's 900
900
niggas
folks
in
in
there.
that bitch.
Something that ain't
You don't
necessary.
have to do. Yeah,
Agreed.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to do that. Or maybe I will. I don't know, because I have.
This is true.
I'm a double mask up. I'm going to wear my double mask. But it's hard, man. It's hard.
I mean, it's hard. I mean, we coming up a year in this.
Yeah, we almost a year in.
It's going to be a year.
So I mean, it's hard, and I'm not saying I'm the safest person either. So I mean, you do take those risks.
I think.
But it needs to be more of a calculator.
Do you
risk.
find yourself still getting mad at people for taking risks?
Nope.
Even though you're taking risks?
No, because what I learned is if you get mad at them, you're probably a double standard, or like you're probably
being a hypocrite.
being a hypocrite, because you might say, "Oh man, nigga, you shouldn't go in the gym," but nigga, you was at the club last night,
Right.
and then you might say you can't go in the gym or the club, but nigga, you had a party with 20 of your friends,
Right.
and you don't know where none of them motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? So like, at this point,
At this point,
everybody
it's
just be
crazy.
safe as you can. Wash
Double
their
mask
fucking
your
hands
fucking
and wear your
mask.
mask. Because California.
Stay at
They're
home
going
order.
back up under orders because they have 4,500 new cases a day for 5-6 days straight.
Hey, the U.S. has had 4 million yesterday. I
Man,
wanna say.
it's
But
just a lot of
even
stuff
if-
you can stop. Like it. We had a great Friendsgiving last year. Shit was
It was
super dope.
amazing.
Right.
We didn't do it this year.
Because of COVID.
You
And we
shouldn't be
knew-
having a
And
fucking
wanted-
Friendsgiving this
And
year.
wanted to.
Right.
We wanted
That's
to.
just stupid. Like some stuff is like you can avoid that.
Right now, we want to plan and start having a Christmas giving, friends, whatever.
What the
Shit gonna be in a parking lot somewhere.
But I mean, depends on how shit is going.
It ain't gonna be going no better because by the time Christmas get here, all these cases from Thanksgiving.
I look
But
at
it
it.
depends
I look
on
at.
us,
I get
though.
what you're saying, and I look at it a couple of different ways. I can look at it like, okay, fine. A Friendsgiving is 15 people, or it's right now it's 4 of us. we all married. That's 8 people.
Really like
so
30,000
we
of us.
leave here and we all go to our respective places.
Right.
Yeah.
Or the gas station.
That's
or,
the Friendsgiving right there. Shit,
Right.
5, that's dead. So that's
Right.
10 people at your Friendsgiving. So right now, we instantly can affect 10 people from out this room right now.
But if we go to a gas station, we go to McDonald's, we go to
Yeah.
Walmart, that number increases.
So that's how they look at this point. That's why I say it's tough to point a finger at one spot and you doing shit like the club, the bars and stuff like that. I can't. I can't. But I'm not knocking. I don't think you should.
I agree.
Point blank.
I
But
agree.
at the same time, us pointing our fingers at those people, they can say
That's
like,
crazy.
ha ha. It's just like the person
Y'all
who,
sit in a room with 5 people talking loud.
right. like it
Rona.
reminds you back in the day when the people like, shit, I only raw dog one person. It don't take but one person to
person.
fuck your life up. Goddamn. Shit. Being that bitch burning.
One is enough. Goddamn. One and done.
Right. Y'all going to Swingers Club?
Swingers Club.
Y'all saw-
I'm not letting a nigga pipe my wife. No. Well, I'll go watch. She
I
better
don't
not.
wanna watch.
She better not enjoy it too much.
I'm
though.
saying that in New York, they raided a Swingers Club for not practicing social distance. They walked in there, people was fucking.
How do you
people was
social distance?
drinking.
Yeah.
They can't. That's what they saying. So it's crazy. People
So
still
why you
kicking
let
it
them
in the
open?
Swingers Club, going crazy.
Are they legally open?
No, it's an underground. club.
underground.
then.
Of course
I
not.
get it,
Oh,
I
they
get
was
it, I get it.
already,
Okay,
yeah.
I get the raid then.
Yeah.
Hey, y'all remember having to think about stuff? Like
Having to think about stuff.
having to think about sports.
Think about stuff all the time.
I want you to talk in the
can't-
fucking mic.
I can't stop thinking about stuff, Tom.
All right.
My brain is
I
weird.
just thought
I'm
about what I'm going
finna
to do after
address
this podcast.
Okay, sorry,
Fuck
Todd. Go
you.
ahead. Come on.
Fuck you. But
Clarify,
no,
nigga,
you ever
clarify.
have you ever stopped to think about sports or whatever while you're crushing? So you wouldn't.
Yeah, I've been thinking about
Yeah,
weird
baseball.
shit. Did not come?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
big
baseball.
weird shit.
Let me tell you.
Big weird shit, boy. I ain't about to say
Hey.
weird shit. I be thinking like.
Let me tell y'all
my
one
shit
motherfucking
my
thing.
shit
None
too
of that
weird.
shit worked for me. Okay? I don't
do-
care what
it-
I think about.
For me, I get an extra 15 seconds.
I think about a whole play.
Extra
You hit the
15
ball,
seconds.
it go to first base.
Or-
Out.
R Dub River follow. Read the safety coming down. Read the safety coming down through ABC.
Hey, I done tried
I'm
all that
done.
shit. When it's time, it's your time. When it's my time, it's my time. And I ain't no spring chicken no more, man.
Man, y'all-
my time is not extended like it used to.
Why do they tell you just hold it?
But hey, that be the worst. Hey,
hold
the
it.
worst shit be when they be like, "Oh, no, not yet, not yet." I'm like, "Shit, you better stop."
That's turning me on.
hey, that's the worst shit. Oh, right there, don't stop, shit.
That's gonna get me.
Shut up.
Exactly. Got that tape on your mouth.
Talking.
I know that you're enjoying that right there.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. Shut up.
Hey, you ever look down? I'm like, oh,
Hey, women.
My bad.
Women. Baby, wife, the best thing you can do is just shut up and think it. Do not say it.
you can say it, but just be okay with what happened after
Yeah.
you say it.
Exactly.
That's a big
But
turn
but they're saying it is don't stop. don't stop. No, I'm stopping.
Y'all ever remember getting that address dropped to y'all and it was a shaky place?
Address drop in the
yeah.
shaky place.
Oh yeah.
That bit.
In the hood.
Magnolia Project.
I got a flat.
Claiborne and set.
Damn, I got a flat.
What?
I got a flat tire.
Damn.
Shit.
Brickyard.
Man, I just ran
I
out
went
of
to some
gas.
apartments in West End. I just kept going. She wasn't that fine enough for me to go in that bitch.
When I was-
Gates,
hey.
Gate City.
But hey, were you ever young and dumb enough to go?
Hell yeah, boy.
I'd have been,
Yeah, you'd have been.
I'd have been before in my Capri.
But see, when I
So
was
I
at-
was an extra stupid.
You fit in.
Well, you fit in. You fit right
Hell
in.
no, they was gonna rob my. They was gonna take my car.
Exactly.
Fit
But you
right
fit in, goddamn. Or they would like that nigga the big dope man. He gonna shoot us. Don't fuck.
I don't
with
care where you go. The niggas from around there know you ain't supposed to be around there. You just it's the way you park at the goddamn curb. Them nigga.
Oh, that nigga ain't from around here.
Them niggas antennas go. I ain't never.
Hey,
seen
bro, who you?
But then if you keep going, they get cool. They be like, "What up, bro?" And then they
But
just be
sometimes-
They
You gotta
always gonna be
You
outside.
gotta get to that point.
Yeah,
The
it be rough.
first 5 times it's kind of weird.
You finish jabbing and look out the window, make sure your car's still there.
I walked outside one time. Everybody, some niggas over that bitch in the brick. I like, oh,
Like damn, y'all.
what up, I?
What's happening with y'all, boy?
Y'all
Just
Y'all
gotta
all
walk
right?
with some purpose.
right. You walk
Y'all
with
good?
purpose. You walk with purpose and speak.
That
on
way you
purpose.
gotta look tough too.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah,
Put that
yeah.
hood on, put
You
that hand in
good?
that pocket. Shit.
What up, fellas?
We
Y'all
both
good?
can do what we
What up,
gonna do
homie?
around this bitch.
Y'all gotta put a little more bass in your voice. What up, fellas? Y'all good? Y'all straight over there? That's what's up.
Talking all the way different.
All right.
But we was talking about COVID, man. I don't know if y'all saw too in New York. We was talking about cases. It just goes back to shitty, crazy shit. The Supreme Court of the Supreme Court basically said that New York couldn't stop religious gatherings. So people gathering at churches and stuff like that. The new Supreme Court Justice Amy Coney Barrett actually was the one that struck the last deciding factor. She's tipping the court already by saying basically that churches they can gather for religious purposes.
But she's a religious nut job, though.
Right, but the point of the matter is that they're saying that, hey, you might can shut down businesses and do stuff like that, but you can gather 300 people in a church.
Right. It's no difference.
That's stupid as fuck.
But if a church have any type of morals about them, they wouldn't do it anyway. They wouldn't gather.
Churches is big business, man.
They want their tithes, nigga.
They want their tithes.
Online.
And remember some of them churches was like, shit, some of the churches was like, God gonna look over us and we prayed over the church.
God gave you free will to make your own decisions. You don't go stand in front of a train and be like, oh, God gonna make a way. Nah, that ain't how it works.
Right.
Be safe. Don't be stupid.
You heard it here first.
Speaking of stupid, Trump.
The ultimate stupid.
Big stupid.
Big stupid.
Big dumb stupid.
Big.
Dummy.
The reigning dummy of the week.
Yeah.
Champion.
Donald Trump is said to be considering holding an event on Inauguration Day. So on Joe Biden Inauguration Day, he's saying that he may hold an event the same day.
For 2024.
Yeah, to say that he gonna run for 2024.
He's starting off his election.
Go ahead, man. I'm glad that Biden didn't respond to that. Hopefully he does not respond to it.
I think Biden passed that shit. Like he definitely not thinking about that shit no more. And my man down to business now.
Right.
He trying to get serious. I think he getting focused on all the shit. He building alliances, coalitions and shit. He ain't got time to deal with that.
My boy over there hiring people, getting shit in order like he's supposed to.
But the only thing that fucks up, they were saying any Republican is going to need Donald Trump's stamp to win their election. So the Senate, House, governors.
Even still,
they saying he's going to be the leader of the Republican Party, even out of office.
that sucks.
And that's their fault.
Yeah,
Because they built them and now they stuck.
Yeah, and y'all stayed behind that shit that y'all didn't believe in, and now you see what's gonna get you.
So now they
crazy.
have to. You know what I'm saying? They
still-
can't, because if you say, oh, no, I don't fuck with such and such, you going to lose
That's
your
crazy.
election.
So does that fuck shit up going forward? Still,
I don't know because they say if these two seats flip in Georgia, it's a big feat. It might not happen. It's an uphill climb. But if those two seats flip in Georgia people, please go vote.
Please.
Also, remember, if you voted by mail-in ballot in the presidential election, you have to request a new one for this election. But if those seats flip, that might put them on a position where they got to shut the fuck up. And,
so with saying those things you just said, how do you think it goes?
I don't know.
Just throw something out there.
It's going to take a couple of people to say, man, a couple of Republicans to say, fuck Trump.
I don't think that it's going to be really hard for them to get both of those seats. They lost the presidential election. I just doubt seriously the way they playing and the dirtiness of everything. I don't think that they give up them seats.
Politics make shit so hard, man, that you just voted and you still got to do some more new shit just to goddamn vote again and all of this. That I think it makes it so hard for them that they feel like they're on such a high that they don't redo those things. And the people who lost will.
Man, it's going to be very hard to get people to come back out and vote again.
They feel like they won
5th,
already.
Is it?
Yeah. And that was
because people don't really care. I mean, that's why
That's the problem.
Those the seats that they
like
need.
mid-elections. They don't get the same turnout.
That's
and
the
it's not
problem.
that I don't think that it's they don't care. I just think that it's so much that you make it so hard for them to vote. You still can't take off from work, even more so than the presidential election. It's not as politicized. It's not as in the media. It's not.
It's going to be in January in Georgia. It's going to be cold as fuck.
Yeah. I'm not leaving I don't want to go to work in the cold. I don't want to go do nothing in the cold. So it's just.
And then a lot of people that don't know going to say, well, Biden already won. What I'm going to vote for.
And that's part of the problem.
Right.
That's
Yeah,
why.
it is.
That's why.
That's
Like
the
when
big
you
part
see
of it.
things, you can't get things done because you leave people hanging on this Senate and Congress elections and this little midterm shit. You leave people hanging. So you vote overwhelmingly in the presidential election and then get disinterested in the second part, and that's why shit can't get done.
But I will say this: Stacey Abrams being on that versus shit with all of them people on there, her telling them that the job wasn't done, they need to get out and vote on that shit. I'm pretty sure they still gonna have the backing of the people of those celebrities in Atlanta.
So do we need
go
to
out
reach
and
out to
vote.
Swiss Beats in them to have another one closer to that time to have somebody else reach out and say that?
All celebrities should come out and push that. celebrities should
Celebrity.
focus on Georgia.
Celebrity.
Celebrities.
It's a girl name, ain't it?
Hey, somebody seen our title. They said, "I bet you I know
already
who."
know.
They said, "I bet you I knew who said this."
Stock hating ass followers. I don't like them motherfuckers.
He follow you too. I saw it. He
Damn.
follow you. He follow you too. He your homeboy.
Right, nigga dissed his own followers.
Damn.
We talking about, I guess in the process. Let's just get to it. We talking about, people not coming out for the midterm elections and not being active in them. We saw Obama was on Breakfast Club this week. Obama got a new book out. If y'all haven't seen it, shouts out to Obama, by the way. Give my man a nice round of applause there. My man sold like 1.8 million copies or something in the first week. Record numbers, millions of copies. He's been all over on his political tour, basically promoting his book. But not only to me, he's not necessarily promoting just his book. He promoting politics as a brand to try to get people engaged and get active, learn things that they didn't, know about. He stopped on the Breakfast Club. Shouts out to Breakfast Club. They've built a brilliant platform over the last 10 years. Charlamagne, Angela Yee, and
Envy.
They sat down with him and they had an interview. And I just wanted to get y'all thoughts and pick y'all brain on the interview that y'all saw with Breakfast Club, saw Obama on it. If y'all seen it, what was y'all thoughts about it?
I didn't get a chance to see it yet, so I really just have to listen to y'all.
I didn't fully see. I saw a lot of clips.
Hang on.
What's up? Go ahead. Get it to us. What you got, cuz? Go on, get that nigga.
The first black president of the United States finally does an interview. That he doesn't do interviews. And you didn't watch it, Todd?
I'm sorry.
On the Breakfast Club?
I got a life, bro. I don't know the last time I watched the Breakfast Club.
Damn,
Did you watch
I ain't got
Florida
no
Play?
life?
You do. You
Tell
have
niggas
time
they ain't
to
got no
watch
life,
that.
Todd. Tell
They
niggas they
just
ain't
threw
got
me
no
up under
life,
the bus.
cuz. Niggas lifeless.
Don't take it so personally, man.
You watched Gonzaga play.
I honestly, I didn't watch that game.
You
I
watched
worked for
Florida
12
play?
hours this week. All week.
Well,
I worked for 12
to
You
be
watched
fair,
Alabama
to be
beat
fair.
the
No
fuck
TV.
out of Auburn.
To be fair,
I watched it yesterday. Yeah, I did.
All right, so
I watched the football game.
You watched two 50-year-olds
hold on.
fight.
Time out.
Go ahead.
So you mean to tell me
20
what
seconds.
I didn't watch bothers you that much?
No, the fact that you can't fucking talk about it.
What if you can talk about it without watching it?
How?
You can't do that shit.
I disagree because I feel like a lot of people know where Obama stands and what he's done.
I learned a lot from
I was
that.
never
I think
one
a
of
lot of
those
people
ones.
don't know.
I know
what
a
he's
lot of
done.
people. I know, but then I think there's
So,
some
and that's what
who
I'm
do.
saying. Like I was never one of the ones to question what he's done for black people. I was never one of those people anyway. So
Or for people in
whatever he
general.
said about that, I don't know. So I can't speak on that. So because it's a topic that you may have a lot to say about, and I don't. There's a lot of shit you don't have shit to say about, like basketball.
What was y'all thoughts, man, on the
get it.
interview?
Right.
It was a
Ask
dope
questions all the
interview.
time.
I mean, I actually watched it because I was interested in it to see what he had to say. So I took those 45 minutes out of my day instead of watching, a blowout on the football field or some shit to listen to it. I learned a lot. I mean, I liked his perspective of it. I like how he explained like what he actually did for black folks and his time in office and how he think about stuff currently today.
You learn something new.
Yes.
You learn.
What do you
something
do
new?
for black people?
No, stop. Hold on. You learned something new? I don't think you did. I think you knew all of that shit. Just to be honest,
Not really.
not 97%. Then
No, not really. I just the same takeaways that I always get from it, and it's what I say all the time. And I don't fault people per se for not knowing politics or not being hip to politics because it's boring, and then it's a lot of tricky nuances to it. But I just felt like Charlamagne, I like him a lot. I respect him. I go through a love-hate relationship with Charlamagne, but I thought this was one of those interviews where he thought that he was answering the best questions. And when you're dealing with a political person like Obama, that shit just simply doesn't work. He ran circles around him. I feel like Envy asked that man, what specifically have you done for black people? This man named a list of the things that he's done specifically for black people, not directly calling it a black person bill or whatever the fuck, but this, incarceration rates. They always say black and brown people are incarcerated more than others. So if I change how that is done, if I change how the sentencing is done, that directly affects black people. If I tell you I put 3 million black people on health insurance, that directly affects black people. And then for him to go down, it was way more stuff that he went down.
Yeah, a whole list of-
all while doing that, the crime rate,
was
drops.
something,
So
yeah.
that shows to DAs and judges around the country that stops over sentencing these people because the crime rate can go down just by changing these structures.
So my
the
question-
federal crime rate, the federal prison rate went down. Black income was up overall as a household. Right. How much we make overall as a household was up. That's directly affecting black people. So then after he answers that question, Charlamagne turns around and says, but what specifically have you done for black people? I don't know what else the man can literally say. I don't know what else other people can say.
But he answered that, ran circles around. But on a personal level, I didn't know that Michelle didn't want him to run.
I didn't know that. That's
like-
what I
I knew
learned.
that one.
That's
I
the
was
only
like,
thing I
no.
learned new. That's
And
one of the
then
only
he
things
was
I learned.
like, yeah, like, I'm still in a doghouse.
I'm in the
over there.
debt.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, in debt. That's
He
how.
said he's still in
But
debt.
that's something we all can relate to.
My nigga said that shit like a pay. My nigga said that shit like a payday loan. I'm still trying to pay that shit.
He was like, the interest on that shit
question
real
that.
high.
Let's question that. You believe him?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
hell
do.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't, because I think she succeeded so much off of him running.
She was
Like,
already
successful
successful.
before that.
I get it.
She was already successful.
So much more. Like,
Nah, she was already successful.
I get that.
But for
Think about the time,
anything,
though.
if anything you've learned about Michelle, she's private. I don't want to put my family in a spotlight where they got to go through messy stuff. She said that I've set my life up to where I don't have to deal with messy shit. That does not work like that when you go in a presidential election. Because if you go into that shit, you open your family up to that. She didn't want that. She don't give a fuck about the power, the prestige that come with it. She didn't want that. She didn't want that as
and
part
then
of her
she like-
life.
yeah.
She didn't want all the media attention on her kids, on her, on what she wear, what she dress, what she eat, how she talk. Nobody wants that all the time.
I
and
get
she
that,
didn't want
and
it.
I get that, and I agree. But I think her positive outcome has been bigger and
Yeah,
better
I mean,
because
she-
of it.
she
so,
ga-
She
so-
made the
had to
best
make
out
the
of it.
most
So
of it.
for that,
But your
so
question was, did she want it? She didn't.
well,
I believe it.
Well, did I say did she want?
Well, when
it,
you
or
asked, do I believe him when she said that she
that
didn't
he's
want
still in the doghouse? No, I was like,
Yeah,
does she,
I
is she-
believe that.
I don't
Yeah.
think so
it?
because
I spent
think
8
that-
years of my life. I sacrificed everything that I have
8
for
whole
you
years.
to do what you want to do.
Right.
Yes, I believe
I've been
it.
called a
I think-
monkey and all this other shit.
I think she was
and
able to just
scrutinized for
accomplish
8
so.
years.
I think she was able to accomplish so much more because of him running and because
She-
of him becoming president.
she was already
that.
there.
But she
did
wasn't-
get magnified, I get it.
Yeah, she got much more because she's the president's wife.
Yeah,
so
but-
you gotta admit that. Like,
I mean, I'm
Versus
I'm
peace of
admitting that,
mind.
but I'm
That
talking
versus
about,
peace of mind, I'm pretty sure she would have preferred peace of
when
mind.
he was a junior senator and he was like, "Hey, I'm about to run for president." And she's
No,
like, "Fuck
I
that."
don't
I get
want
that.
that.
I'm not talking about that. Yes, I get that. But I'm guaranteeing you now, she wouldn't change it.
But your question, Huda, was, is he still in the doghouse? Do you believe that? Yes,
I don't think so.
I do.
I don't think so.
Like shit.
I don't think
You
so.
have been around a woman?
Right.
Hey,
He hold on to shit for forever.
Yes, and I've
You
had
still making up for some shit from 3 years ago,
and
goddamn.
my argument still is so much better. So
I've heard your arguments. Everybody can't use that.
right.
everybody can. I can.
We know you can.
And everybody can. Hey, I was the president of the United States. You're doing so much more than you were without me being the president. That it's the same thing.
I understand it, but
That's
I
all.
also understand. It's just like some people right now don't want to be celebrities.
Right.
They might want the money or something, but they don't want to be celebrity because you don't want to open yourself up to the scrutiny. Man, I don't think nobody at this table, me included, anybody, can imagine the amount of pressure and scrutiny that you have on your family. You open your mom, your dad, your whoever in your life, you open them up to immense amount of pressure. You got people right now who want to do harm to those people just
Right.
for representing
Yes.
good.
Right.
No, I don't think she wanted part of that shit.
Right, and I agree with that. And I don't want my family to have to go through that. But if my mom's
You in the
able to-
doghouse.
But if my mom's able to help 1 million more people than she was before, I'm pretty sure she's gonna like
Right,
that more.
and she accepted that, but the point.
That's all I'm saying.
Going
That's
back,
all I'm
we going in
saying.
circles, but yes, I
But
think
who,
she's
even
still
on
in
a
the
smaller level, on the smallest of our level, you don't want a podcast with average people. I mean, it's kind of the same thing.
Hold on.
do
What you
it.
mean? What you mean? Explain to me.
So like you don't want to have to, people think that they could just have their own separate podcast with you or give an opinion. You're like, man, fuck these people's opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But like when you the president and your whole life is on CNN, Fox News, every channel in the world,
Mm-hmm.
then that's just fucking up everything. So you don't want that. The same way you don't want people.
Right.
asking you
I
media
don't.
questions.
I do not want it. But if me having that podcast in front of all of those people and it's helping a lot more people than me not having it, I would rather me help all of those more people.
Right, and that's not taken
that's
away
what-
from it. I
that's
think
what
it
I'm
definitely did help. But to say that now that I've spent 8 years doing what you do, Let's spend 8 years doing what I do.
Right.
And that's fine. And that's perfectly okay.
So that's the
perfectly okay.
question
on
that
vacation.
that's the
That's
question
okay.
that you asked.
Shit, yeah.
That was the question that you asked.
Well, no. Well,
Okay,
come on.
Obama always. He also said, I don't know if y'all saw this. He said that he gave his grant approval for Drake to play him in a biopic.
it's fitting for his younger life. He was a little lighter, so I think
He was lighter.
I think you can make Drake look like him old. You know them niggas got big makeup and hair and shit. But I think it'll be a dope. I mean, Drake started off as an actor. You know what I'm saying? And he was pretty talented at it. You know what I'm saying?
Was pretty good.
And that would be a hell of a role to come back and play. You know, in a biopic of Obama. You know, I think it would be dope.
What happened to the guy that played him on like that movie with him and Michelle?
Obama?
Barry.
Burial.
Yeah. Why wouldn't he get him to play?
I never
That
watched
boy look. I'm talking about them niggas like twins.
And that's something I need to watch.
Yeah.
That's something I'm gonna watch. Y'all watch that?
What that?
I don't
What's it
Barak
called?
Obama
South Side
movie.
with me or some shit.
I watched parts of it, but I feel like I don't finished it for some reason.
I ain't watched none of it. I need to watch it. I want to watch it. I'm gonna watch it. But I don't know what happened to that guy. I don't know who.
So
that guy
you'll
is.
watch the fake Obama, but not the real Obama.
There's something wrong with this dude. It really is, bro. When I have time, yes, I'll watch both.
And we kind of got to get out of that, man, because it just happened Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, something like that. It's okay for us to watch it next week. It's
It
perfectly
was
okay.
Monday. We do a podcast every.
But
Sunday.
Right. It's
you don't have
music
to-
you'd have to go back
That's
and listen
fine.
to that you hadn't listened to on Friday.
So
What's the difference?
So you saying that for the
Music
purpose of the
drops
podcast?
Friday.
It does.
So for
You might have life. You're not the only one with the life.
but no. For the purpose of the podcast, do you watch everything for the podcast by the time
If
of
it's
the
something
podcast?
I know we're going to talk about.
No.
Like what?
Fuck no.
Like what?
Listen to music and albums. You don't listen
just
to
said
it
that shit.
because we're talking about it on the podcast. You don't go listen to it on purpose. But because it's Obama, we have to do it.
Yeah, we got to move when Joe say move.
I
No,
think
that's
music
selfish.
is a little bit better than Griselda's drop.
That was-
I'm sorry.
come on,
I'm sorry.
come
I think Obama is a little
Come
bit
on.
more important than
I was
Griselda's
Keyword,
drop.
you. Keyword, you. motherfucker.
And I just used that for a small point. I didn't really need music, man. It could be something else. And it's been
There's nothing
something
else besides
it's
music.
been
You can't name
something-
nothing
It's
else.
been something else. Can't get right.
Okay, you just
It's
can't
been
think of anything.
it's been a lot of things that you haven't came prepared to talk about, and we were going to talk about it on the podcast. And it's
Okay.
and for me, it's okay.
Big things, a lot of things.
It's okay. All I'm saying is it's okay if you don't on that time.
Shouts out to Drake. If that happened, I think that would be, you know,
Drake got us fussing in this
dope.
bitch.
IBM. I don't know if y'all saw this. I want to note it because it comes local. But IBM is investing $2 million at Miles in IBM Skills Academy initiative. They're trying
that's
to
dope.
work on computer programming, keying, software engineering, all that stuff to deal with computers. We know that technology is one of the bigger things. So shouts out to Miles. I don't know the details and all of that because it wasn't a lot of information. I did try to research and find some more, but that's all I could find. But that's dope, you know, for IBM to come back and invest right here in Birmingham.
On the low, Miles been getting money lately. A lot of people been investing in Miles, so that's dope. I love to see
Very
what
dope.
comes from it.
Damn, that's dope. That's super dope. I'm mad I ain't get a chance to look at that.
Yep.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
bad. Damn.
Got him. Jay-Z. Y'all saw Jay-Z sign a new deal with Netflix to produce a project basically from the civil rights era. It's supposed to be like a mixture of, they said, dead presidents. It's called 40 Acres. It's supposed to be basically, like I said, a civil rights movement.
Spike Lee gonna direct it.
I don't know. It just say Jay-Z executive producing it and teaming up with Netflix. Said it's going to be kind of like Jordan Peele. What's that shit that Jordan Peele had?
Get out.
Get out.
And a mixture between Get Out and Tom Cruise, The Firm. So that'll be dope. I would love to see Jay-Z in a producer role. Like I said, I like to see music people. Jay-Z, of course, got his hands in it fucking everything. I saw he was spearheading a weed company that's coming out. But it's just dope to see them kind of get in other avenues to help bring, you know, our culture, things that we like, you know, that we're interested in, bringing it to the main screen. So.
I'm all for all things Jay-Z. I'm sorry, and that's a super bias, but I'm for all things Jay-Z, and especially some of this nature. You know what I'm saying? I think that's pretty cool, pretty dope, and that's something I'm waiting to, and hopefully Spike is involved in it.
I mean,
that'll make it
just
doper.
a part of, thing because he's been on that shit. But he's, black director. I think it would be dope if they did something together. But Jay-Z rarely puts his name on something that's not, super dope. So I can't wait.
Yeah.
Jigga,
I would definitely watch it when it come out because it's kind of important.
Yeah.
Speaking of
when you want to watch it. On your time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'll watch it with the
first day
it drop.
before the podcast.
Yeah, before the podcast that week. If it drops on Monday, I've been and watched it by Sunday.
Cool,
You
cool.
don't even understand.
Speaking of the Netflix shit, Dave Chappelle
Dope.
flexed his muscle on his little stand up, and I don't know if he really. I ain't gonna necessarily say he flexed his muscle. He just spoke his mind, which I respect, and I think that we should all respect. Basically, what he did is the Chappelle Show was on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
Dave Chappelle came to Netflix and was like, "Hey man, we in business together." The Chappelle Show fucked over me. I'm not getting paid for this. I'm not getting paid for internet or streaming. You know who you see in damn near every last scene? Me. You know what I'm saying? So I would appreciate it if y'all take that down. You know what Netflix did out of respect? They took that down.
That shit down.
Nah, he didn't even go that far. He didn't ask them to take it down. He said
It's disrespectful.
he
some
said
shit
this
like
makes me feel
It
bad.
makes you feel a certain way.
And they
took it
said
down.
bet.
that. Right.
Right.
But within that
They
special,
said something else before that. 'Cause
within
then he
spe-
was like, "Do you think that's right?" And that's what made him like,
right.
"Nah, you right."
Right.
Oh,
But within that special, he basically said, "Fuck that, take that shit down."
Right.
Yep.
That was his word. Take that shit down, man. Like I ain't getting paid for this. They fucking over me. He basically was saying it about HBO and HBO Max, who's streaming it also. Who HBO? Hey,
He pitched that
I
shit.
pitched this to you. I gave this to you as a show. You didn't want it, but now you want it for some reason because you see it successful with me or without me, whatever you want to say.
Somebody said this to me, and this for y'all. This is not my opinion. This is what somebody asked me. They said that with him, what he said, like Netflix, those people who probably are there now don't probably even really know what's going on. Might be the same case at HBO. It sounds like that he hadn't even talked to those people.
I think
Do
they
you
know
think
now.
it's time to pick up the? Yeah, they know now, but like you said, these people weren't even in the building when you there. Do you think it's time for him to pick up the phone and
Yep.
have a conversation with them?
For the sake of fairness, yes. For the sake of fairness, you know that this man made that show happen. And it's a huge show. Huge show. He made lives for a lot of people in that show. And it's a great show. It just touched on so many. It made that man step out of his comfort zone and kind of expose himself, expose his people. And it's a company that's making a whole lot of fucking money off
Right.
of it.
Right.
Simple as that. I made this show. You see me all the time. I make $0. You make $1 billion.
Right.
Come on now.
Well,
Do you see them changing that though?
Yeah,
Like,
I think
what?
so.
like if he pick up the phone, they sit down, they had that meeting, and he expressed to them, "Hey, this is what I'm feeling, and I feel like this is unfair." Do you think they go back to the contract part of it?
Maybe not.
Depends.
Like it just depends. Some of those companies,
Big
like
dick.
they don't have no dealings with them. They may not. Netflix, they obviously still have active dealings with them. They did the right thing. You know what I mean? But
Yeah, because I
somebody,
think he still owed them another special or two.
somebody like HBO Max or somebody like
Don't have that same
they
loyalties.
they may not. I don't know. I'm not saying that they will or won't, but they may not.
But do you think it's people like, okay, on HBO Max, with him saying it, you going to watch it?
No,
You
now
gonna watch
that he said
No.
it, because
You
I ain't
gonna
gonna lie.
watch
I was rewatching.
I'm gonna be honest.
stopped.
Like I started watching like the first two, and then I just fell off, and I was gonna go back, but I didn't know at that time when I was watching
That
it.
he
That he wasn't getting
Right.
paid.
So
yeah.
he dropped that special. I'm like, oh damn, my bad.
I'm definitely not going to watch it.
Yeah,
But,
like
so
because
hopefully,
he asked me to, and it don't hurt me to not watch it.
and so hopefully there's enough people like us
Yeah.
who won't watch
I
it,
think
and
it- I
that
think it
affects
will.
their bottom line,
Shut-
and they reconsider.
Shouts out to my homeboy Drew. Drew, I sent him the special.
Shout out Drew.
And after he watched it,
Oh, shout out Drew.
And Drew was like, "Oh shit, I didn't know that either. I'm fucking. I'm not watching that shit." He was like, "I was just." He said he just had got Netflix or Hulu Max, whatever the shit is, and he was ready to watch it. And he was like, "Oh shit, I'm
I
not
ain't
watching
watching
it no
that,
more."
right.
then."
I
You
just
know
go
what I'm
watch
saying?
his special.
Because that's one of his favorite comedians. You know what I'm saying? He talk about it a lot, but he didn't know that story, which none of us really did. So,
Right.
so
with
shouts
that-
out to him.
Because I was actually watching it too when it first came. I won't take a peek at that shit nowhere right now.
Right.
I just hope Comedy Central pay him, and also with HBO, like he does need to pick up the phone because those people not there anymore. And I think at the time they had did y'all remember the Chris Rock show on HBO, and it really didn't do well.
Yeah.
So I think they might have been kind of
Having a little PTSD.
basing it off that. Like, no, this is another black comedian. He's
But-
not gonna do well.
But more so than anything, if that contract was that contract, and that's the contract that we had at the same time, we must honor the
you gotta
contract.
honor it.
But I think the fuck shit that I got from watching that special, for if anybody has not seen it, was just the fact that my man can't even use his name. Like if I wanted to make a Dave Chappelle show
I can't.
right now, I
right.
can't even use my name,
right.
Dave Chappelle, because of
name it
them.
after my
so
kid.
maybe if y'all can at least go back and change the structure of that contract or whatever, at least allow where that
Give me
man
my
can
name.
make.
My name is
No,
my
yeah,
name,
but like
man.
let the man make money off of his name, for
Right.
God's sakes. Jeez.
I'm pretty sure
Hey,
at this point they've made tons of money.
Question. Now that we talking about that, if should Chappelle feel a certain type of way that
Talking to Mike.
they continued the show that they continued the show after he left some of his friends? Like
Hold on. Say that again,
Donnell
my bad.
Rollins and R.I.P. Charlie Murphy, but that they continued that last season after they had fucked him over?
Maybe they was locked in. Were they
Yeah,
in
maybe
contracts?
it was tough. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's tough.
Like if they locked in bitter contracts, maybe they can't help.
I don't know. Just saying this no contract.
Right. Well, if
They
it's
just
no
needed a check.
If it's no contracts and it's a check, again, like I
can't,
cannot fault
don't pay
y'all
for your-
for like
don't pay for your
if
family.
somebody came and took over the Dummies Podcast and they booted me out of there, I can't be mad at what y'all got to do to feed y'all family. You know what I'm saying? I shouts out to people like DC Young Fly. And all of them boys who said, shit, we are not doing this show without the man who brought us in there. So shouts out to them. You know what I'm saying? And they're in a position where they don't, they like, that's great money for them, I'm sure. But they not relying on that 100% to feed them.
Nigga,
But don't you kind of owe Dave Chappelle like loyalty?
maybe
Ashley
you do,
Larry was
but-
spending his money, nigga. He had nothing to say.
But-
I need these few checks. To
But
make
maybe
it through
do.
the year.
But none of us was there, and we don't understand none of the
yeah.
details in the contract. I know you said contract. Not if it's no contract, then get the fuck up out of there. But you might be locked in a contract where if you don't fulfill this contract, you owe me $5 million, and you don't have that.
Yeah.
So I gotta fill this contract, and maybe that's why Chappelle never was mad. Maybe he knows and understands the
And
details.
that's why still to this day he still hangs with Ashley Larry.
Yeah,
To this
because
day.
they
So-
did the Joe Rogan
Joe
shit
Rogan,
together.
yeah.
So I mean, I know
So
it's
he
no
get it.
beef. He be at his house and all that. So
Not. I can walk away from 50 million. He can't walk away from 1 million.
Right.
You know.
Yeah,
So
different caliber.
you know,
comedians,
it's just
for real. Like he's funny, but he's no Dave Chappelle.
Oh no, definitely.
So
I mean,
he
definitely.
definitely-
hey. But to be fair, he's more interesting than you think.
Oh, I like him now.
He's
I
in-
just
I ain't know.
Dave Chappelle
I
is here,
didn't.
he's
I
here.
really didn't know he was this interesting until I kind of heard him.
Donnell Rollins kind of annoying though.
He is, but that kind of makes you interesting. You kind of annoying. You're annoying. But
I
you're
can see
interest-
that.
But you're interesting.
I can see that.
You
Touche.
But in all, man, shouts out to Chappelle, man. It was a dope special. I do like what he's doing. I hear not Kevin Hart, Perm Man.
Perm man.
Cat Williams.
Cat
Williams.
I hear he coming out with another one. And if you looked at their last two specials, it's funny and you're gonna laugh, but they're actually tackling some very serious issues.
Did we talk about Kevin Hart?
No, not yet. But we can get to him right there after that. But shouts out to Chappelle for kind of diving into the things that he's diving into. You could tell those are very important things. Like, it's 18 minutes, but it's just about real issues. And I thought
But it
that
wasn't
was
a
pretty
comedy
dope.
special. People like it wasn't funny. I was like, well,
These are facts that he.
I want to hear Dave Chappelle thoughts.
So you at this point of Chappelle's career, or just in general of your life, you rather hear the funny Chappelle or the shit he's spitting now?
The shit he's
The shit
spitting
he's
out.
spitting
Because
out.
he still gave us the
'Cause he still
special
give you fun.
prior. Like, the special's going to do what it do. That hour-long special, that shit was funny. But as far as this helps for when it's time for you to go negotiate some type of a business
Because George
contract.
Floyd. I mean, that wasn't funny, but it was needed.
Yeah.
So yeah. I like damn. What's my man that what's the comedian that hate white folks? The black guy, the older black guy.
Mooney. Paul Mooney. That nigga
His
hate
shit wasn't
everybody.
funny, but I would watch his shit you know what I'm saying, at any time. Like, well, I mean, he made jokes, but a lot of that shit was serious.
Yeah.
So
I never been
watched
like
a
on Mooney like that.
Yeah.
I fucked
Me
through Paul
either.
Mooney.
You a different kind of nigga, cuz you fuck with Mooney.
That nigga was crazy.
Right. That nigga was
brought
serious. He was serious too.
You brought up Kevin Hart. I started it, but I was drunk. I fell asleep. And I tried, but I fell asleep.
I started and I finished it. And I liked it.
I was just about to say. So is that a bad thing that when you fall asleep?
No, I was drunk.
No.
I don't give a fuck.
Well, no,
I don't give a fuck if
I don't think that was it because I was drunk as fuck last night and I fell asleep on the Tyson fight and it was a decent. I liked it, but so
if you've been drinking, I could see because it's not going to
drinking and late. Like it's
that.
drinking and it's 12:30. Like
and I had been drinking since 12:30 that morning.
Yeah,
so,
there you go.
But no, like it's really not a special that's going to hold your attention like that. But I watched it.
I liked it, fool.
Maybe sober. I liked it.
I liked it a lot.
But I'm saying like it wasn't like.
I liked
what I'm
it.
saying?
I liked it a lot more than his more recent one. Like I would say maybe the last two for the simple fact that I think he kind of calmed down a little bit. He still had the high pitched voice, but I think it was in a calmer manner, and he was speaking of what he speaks about. His
he's been getting a
family.
lot of backlash on that.
I like his
Which is crazy,
He
like-
called his son dumb and his daughter
a hoe. But
yeah.
if you listen to the situation, he called his daughter a hoe because she came in one, and I don't think he meant hoe because she came in one day and she liked this boy. Then she came in next week and she liked this boy. She came in the third week and she liked this boy. Not saying that she was out here fucking him, but
Yeah.
she liked. So I get it. I wouldn't personally say call my daughter a hoe, but I don't know.
Man,
We so crazy. Like we'll, like as a society, we'll go in a haunted house and get mad that bitch made me scared.
Right.
and try to say.
It scared me. I'm suing.
He made me laugh, and I get it. He made them laugh by calling his daughter a
laugh.
hoe, but he
Call the little boy slow.
Right, it's not like shit. Like if my mama called me slow, I think it would be funny and truthful because I was
why
making
we don't set
C's,
context
but
to the
not A's.
environments that we in?
That's them.
Because people
we
are
do.
dumb.
Well, I know. When I say we, I'm talking
Yeah.
about society. You
Is
part
it-
of society.
So because you don't do it, is it hard for you to answer that question?
No, I can answer that question. I think that people just ultra
Stupid.
sensitive.
That's stupid. So I don't know why they do it. Me personally, because I wouldn't do it. I like making those type of jokes.
Yeah.
I like talking amongst my friends and maybe calling my daughter a hoe, but not meaning that she's a hoe. Like just getting the context. Like honestly, fool. Like just getting the context of the joke that she liked 3 different dudes in 3 weeks. Not saying that she's sleeping with him and fucking him. And,
She on the road, ain't it?
You know, come on, man. Like,
She might not be that, but she headed that way.
right, goddamn. Like, if you keep on going this way,
Like,
baby,
Hey, you need to stop this shit at the start.
you on the whole map. Come on.
Y'all being, man. Y'all don't say that when your son do it. You be like, my
You on the real nigga map. You on the real
Right,
nigga
nigga.
path.
Look at you.
remind me of me, boy.
It's okay. We got our double standards. You know what I'm saying? It's part of. I don't disagree to double standards. I know they happen.
You don't
It
disagree
is
with double standards?
Not disagreeing, but I know that they happen. Yes, man. Like I
They
get
happen.
that there's women roles and there's male roles. I'm not gonna make our fucking light on our roof went out last night. And Grace talking about I get up there. Fuck no, you're not getting up there. That's a man's job. Even if I'm not going to get up there, I'll hire somebody to do it. And if you fall, I'm not going to be like, this nigga let his wife fall off the roof because he wasn't man enough.
Crazy double standards. I ain't gonna get in it.
I mean, it happens.
But, I mean, it is
I'm just
double
saying it for the
standards
simple
because-
stack. Is
No, I see what you're saying. I'm just saying you got some crazy.
Aside from that one.
I could find
I know,
another
I
one
know.
that
I'm
goes
pretty
against
sure.
what you just said.
Well,
Yeah, I could get to.
I use that as an example to say, yes, I
got
have
some
more.
examples.
I have more.
I got topics.
But I've never been at a gas station with my wife, and she was like, "Oh, it's my turn to pump the gas."
Me neither.
That doesn't happen. That doesn't exist.
Even though I'll be like, fuck, you can pump the gas.
It's
I'm
my
still gonna
time
get
to
out there
check
and do
who just broke the window downstairs at 1 o'clock in the morning.
It's my turn to kill the spider.
Right.
Right.
I ain't never been her turn to kill a fucking spider. Only time is when I'm not there.
But that's crazy though, nigga.
And then they talk.
Scared
I
of a
had
spider,
to kill a
but-
spider.
I've
Of
never
course they
once.
will.
I've never once asked her to take out the garbage.
Right.
Never once.
But it's crazy though, fool. Like them niggas be scared of insects, spiders and shit, but they'll swing on you. Like, bitch, I'm 6'5",
Okay.
250.
So fuck it.
I beat your ass up in here.
Let's get into some shit. Have you ever felt crazy that you ask your girl to do some shit that you feel like a woman should do?
No, but I just said it in the wrong way.
I can't think of nothing off my
can't,
head
right.
right now
Right.
that I asked her to do that.
That a woman should do.
Cook shit.
I'm just being real. I fold them clothes.
Yeah.
I wash them.
Clean,
You fold
yeah.
them.
Oh, you saying? Oh, wait. You saying? Do you feel crazy asking her to do
Yeah,
something that
like,
you think a woman should do?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you should do that. Not me. Like I'll never ask you to do garbage. You shouldn't ask me to do this.
I feel you, but for me, like,
I don't like that butt.
I mean, it's just my opinion. Like, I'll do anything for the most part. Like, I
agree.
I'm not gonna ask you to do some shit that I wouldn't do,
Yeah.
or vice versa. But that's just me, though. Like, I do.
So
everything.
with that being said, is it okay for you to ask her to take the garbage out?
I'm not gonna do that. But I'm saying I'm not gonna ask you to do something that I wouldn't do.
Right. So since you wouldn't ask her to take the garbage out, you don't feel like there's some things on her list she shouldn't ask you to do.
Yeah, like don't ask me to take off your hair or some shit. Like take apart your weave or some
Gotcha.
shit like that. But that's
So
I don't
there
think
is some
that,
things
I
on
just
your
don't
list.
know how to do that shit. Don't make me fuck your
But
head
I
up.
mean, like, do you expect her to cook and stuff like that?
I don't necessarily
I
expect her to cook, but
I ain't gonna say.
I guess
expect,
for me,
but-
like we had a conversation leading up to everything that happened, and it was just a conversation about expectations and thoughts. And she said that this is what I think, and this is what I expect. This is what I saw growing up. I was like, oh, that sounds pretty cool, and I was on board with that. So like, that's where I get my shit from. But at having said that, like, I'm not really big on no roles. Like I feel like in a household, everybody got to pick up whatever slack there is to make the bitch work.
So then you should make her take the garbage out in that case.
I'm not gonna make her do anything.
I'm
Right.
just fucking with you. Man. I'm fucking with you. I'm fucking with you. I feel you though.
But I mean, when it's time to grab the strap, like who grabbing it?
Me, motherfucker, because I want to live. She might shoot me. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I wasn't trying to. Like, fuck that. I'm grabbing the strap. Nigga. Fuck wrong with you. Y'all nigga crazy.
But you know what? The craziest
Who
thing.
is so crazy? though?
Who is so crazy? The craziest
I'm
thing
nuts,
is
and I
though,
know it.
like those gender roles. You'll do some of their roles, but then they don't do any of your.
right, I do some female,
Because I don't mind cooking.
like I do some female type roles. I wash clothes and shit. You know. I think I don't know. I don't want to
wouldn't
get
say
on.
that's
I don't want to get on the.
gender-specific,
I don't want to get on the side. Like, just, I think some people will say that. There's some men who be like, I ain't touching no fucking clothes.
It's a lot of people say
There's
that.
a lot of men who say
Right.
that.
You
Like,
just said some similar shit.
I'm just saying, but then I also said, well, there's some things where I feel like maybe that's a female role, but I'll still do those things. You know what I'm saying? I'll still cook.
I just
honestly.
do whatever
I'll still,
I feel
Right.
like need to be
Whatever
done.
the house
Like
needs to be
sometimes
done.
on like a Friday, most of the time she wash clothes, but sometimes on a Friday, if I'm working and work is a little lax and I think about it, I'll go just grab the basket and start it.
Right.
Like get it started.
Right.
I might even fold it if I see it, but sometimes I just don't.
And as far as washing the clothes, shit, like, I just do that, period. Because I have a certain way of folding my shirts and shit.
Yeah, I wash clothes. I don't like her to wash clothes.
Right.
Don't
I wash my
clothes.
shit. Yeah, I have to do it.
I wash the clothes, but I let her fold them. I don't really want to fold
But she
them.
ain't taking
I don't
out
even,
that trash.
I don't even
though.
care if she. No, she ain't taking. out
My
the trash.
shit be
she,
goddamn.
She ain't know
You
where
walking that
clothes
bitch
at.
like, God damn.
Right, goddamn, that bitch. I'll be packing shit in. She gonna look at that trash like, nigga, you took that motherfucking trash, and I get it. And I've never argued. You could have. I never say you could have took the fucking trash out. I never do that. You know. So don't take me full of clothes.
I mean,
Nigga be gone on a week long work trip, come back 17 bags of trash.
that trash.
And
should
I'm
be
gonna take
right
it
there.
out. And I'm gonna take it all out. Goddamn, you know, I get it. Y'all trash, man.
That's you.
You know about the shit up.
You didn't bring it up.
Y'all engaged.
What you started that barbaric ass conversation, goddamn.
Neanderthal who?
Right. New music. Rylo drop, man. Goat in human form. Shouts out to Rylo, man. Mobile native, man. Straight out of Roger Williams Projects, man. Tomaville. Dropped a dope album, man. Rylo Rodriguez, for those who don't know, he signed to 4PF, which is Lil Baby label. Dropped a dope ass album, man. I must say, this Friday. Shot up to the charts. It went from just in that short period of
hit
time,
one.
in less than an hour and a half or 2 hours, it went from being like 11 or something all the way up to the number one album on iTunes.
That's
Past
dope.
Meek Mill, past Meg, past all of them on Apple iTunes chart. I didn't see the bigger charts, but that's just dope in itself.
That's enough. Right.
Somebody from an area that you come from to see all the work and the effort that they put into this album. And a lot of people have been pushing them and just knowing their personal stories, just pushing them to see when they gonna drop an album. Shouts out to Mike, that's his manager. All the hard work
We gotta
that they
get you
put
back.
into
We
it.
gotta get. Come on, man. Get Mike back, man. We ain't have a real conversation. We need to get him back.
Just to see all the effort and stuff that they put into it, I thought was pretty dope. Did y'all get a chance to listen to it?
Loved it, man. Loved it. I could sit here and say I wasn't always the biggest fan of his music, but recently, man, he's just been going like he's more clear. He speaks with more clarity. His production has gone to a different stratosphere, and I commend the young fella, man. Just for the simple fact of a young dude doing what he does, there's no way I can hate or dislike that. Right. I can only love it. So I think it's super dope, and I've actually been listening to it and keep doing what you're doing, and even keep getting better.
Yeah,
I thought it was dope. I don't really too much listen to young niggas like that for real. But
Young niggas crazy.
just to give them that strength. But it take you to that time when you was they age.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of cool. But album was good. But that's my.
Yeah, y'all playing it here was actually my first time listening to it. So
You want to listen again?
Yeah, simply because not only because he's from the crib, but I liked it, which y'all were playing, so it was dope.
And you won't have a choice because it's gonna play in the gym Tuesday morning.
I'm with it. It's great workout music too. So that's what I'm saying. Like the production on there, like that's what stick out first for me. You know?
Production will make you listen to someone's music, and his
Right.
production is A1.
Very.
A1 to
Very.
where we are right now. Some other people may not say it's A1 because it's not what they like. But as far as for what I like in music, it's A1 to me.
I'm telling you, Hootie, you turn in that corner because when that single dropped for me, you listen to it, man. I've been peeping you, man. You listen to singles now.
He been gave up. He about a month in.
Yeah, I said it. I announced that you was here.
Yeah,
I was
he
there.
did. I don't know if he was.
I announced it. I don't know.
week?
That might have been when you, but I announced that. Fuck that. Not listening to the single shit. Man, music is music and just listen to it. Because one of the people I like the most is St. John, and his album came out, and 50% of it has been heard kind of before. Not fully, but kind of been heard before. And I just liked it. And if
I'm not a St. John person.
I gave him
I like
a listen
it.
to
I be
it, man.
trying
It was
to.
hard, bro.
Yeah,
I like it, fool.
it's cool. He got some couple of songs, but I can't listen to it.
I like it because it's a yin and a yang. I can go listen to Rylo, then go listen to St. John.
Yeah.
Okay.
Two opposite points of a spectrum that
Very.
gives you a different, point of view.
And what's crazy, I mean, just talking about Mike and the situation that they in, man. Mike was the little homie around in the hood. Like when we was in
Right.
high school, he was the middle schooler, and all he ever did was talk about music.
That's it.
And it's like he always had like a knack for that shit. He always felt like what move somebody should make, what's the good approaches that people should take to producing the music and stuff like that. I mean, it's just his mindset at a young age. What he's doing right now for me, I'm proud of him. But just to see how much he done did, like the management side with Rylo and all them, because I know where he came from, and I watched him as a little kid to look at him now and be like, damn, Lil Homie did everything that he said he was ever gonna do.
Right.
So shouts out to him on that.
I commend that little nigga because for the simple fact I never knew he was younger than me. Like anytime he would talk, it would be some street nigga, hood nigga shit, but it'd be some wisdom in it.
Yeah.
And that's real rare that you see a nigga younger than you that you actually listen to. He's one of those for me.
Yeah, he know that music. He always knew because he read it.
For me,
he researched it.
For me, it's bigger than music. Like it's just a general life standpoint for what he stands for. So,
You know, it's niggas that run up on you and they be talking often, and you just be like, okay,
Shut the
nigga
fuck
talk
up.
too much. Shut the fuck up. He was never like that. You know what I'm saying? You actually
it always
listen to
had
him,
purpose.
like,
It
right.
always had purpose. Shout out to Lil Mike.
Yeah,
man.
Shout out, Mike.
We probably hit him up next week, man. Maybe I'll see what he got going. Just to pick his mind about this album. If y'all haven't listened to it, go check it out. If you haven't, go pick it up. Definitely
Please.
a dope album.
It's definitely something to
Crib.
listen to. The young fella showing growth.
Shouts out to
Rylo.
Mobile.
Right.
Wayne, No Ceilings 3.
What you got to say? Can't go
Wayne,
right.
Wayne dropped No Ceilings 3. Long anticipated mixtape that's in the series of the No Ceilings catalog. Dropped it with Khaled, DJ Khaled. Did y'all have a chance to check on it? And what's y'all thoughts on that one?
I loved it. The production was trash because I feel like Khaled was somewhere else and Wayne was somewhere else, and it just didn't time up for me perfectly. But the music I love, but I also want to know what Ken Giray thinks because he said he was going to save it. I want to know what you were saving. I
I
want
want
to
to hear
know.
what Todd wanted.
Well,
Go ahead, Todd. Go ahead.
yeah, I did want to get mine out because I'm with you. I'm interested in what you want to say, but it reminds me of vintage Wayne lyrics. He took somebody else's beat, dogged that shit out. You know what I'm saying? Dogged that shit
Definitely
out.
did.
Stomped on it.
But towards the end, it kind of withered away. I had to start it back over because it was like a whole lot of rambling to me lyrically. But I get it. It's the type of beat that it was, so you have to kind of ramble on it. But when I go back,
When I double
go
and
back,
triple,
start
when
over.
I double and triple check that fucking rambling is some lyrics, boy.
Yeah.
That shit's some
You can
lyrics.
tell he's freestyling, put it that way. But on them first couple of freestyles, you just tried to hit a pterodactyl.
man.
I don't know what they were, but I seen it. But my man, when he was close to hitting that motherfucker.
But he saw it. A little gnat or something. Ain't nothing like that, man.
But yeah, I think it was dope. Dope mixtape, Joe. What
The beats on it was very well.
The beats, okay.
The beats.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
the lyrics.
The beats on it was very well. I seriously don't understand why y'all still fuck with Wayne. He's a he's one of them niggas at the Trump rallies. Like, he's pro-police. He's never experienced racism, and he loves Trump.
That affects the music you listen to, because
Also, music was...
Well. I say that because in the music you say he's police and pro-Trump rally and no racism, but in the music he's fuck bitches, fuck hoes. I like drugs and weed and coke, and that's nothing.
He said he didn't do his taxes. Shouts out Trump.
Right. Just it's a yin and a yang.
But also, I mean, like,
do you look at them the same?
Like, even his metaphors on the song called Lamar, he said, "I run it like Lamar Jackson." Oh my God, that was so creative. You mean you run it like a running quarterback?
I mean,
Nah,
come
he
on
said
now,
it
you gotta
way
get
more
more
cleverly
context
than
than that.
And then on the song called Peggy Bundy, he said, "Redhead like Peggy Bundy."
I mean,
my
come
God.
on, can't get rid.
Yeah,
Oh my God!
you
You
reaching
keeping one
with that,
side
bro.
of it. You
Oh
gotta,
my God, that was so creative.
Well, it depends.
His wordplay is amazing.
Depends on
Yeah,
what was
you-
said
you-
before and after that.
Oh my
What
God!
about BB King freestyle?
Like he said, "Oh, I bring a gun to a knife fight." Oh my God, you're so original. This nigga's not good.
Well, it's probably because he probably one of the first ones who said that, but and he just brought it back.
He was the first one to say what?
One of the first ones who said bringing the gun to the knife fight. You don't remember old vintage Wayne who said that, huh?
Oh my God, you think Wayne invented that?
I ain't saying invented him. I'm just saying it's just
Nigga, that's
vintage.
a saying from years ago.
Tell me who said it then. Since I'm saying that Wayne who said it.
I don't know who made the birthday song, but it was before goddamn it came.
So you
I mean,
saying
before
you're sitting here fussing at me that Wayne wasn't first in saying it, but you don't know who was first in saying it.
Wayne did not make bringing a gun to a knife fight.
Then tell me who was. I'm not saying he was, but
That's how old it is.
Well, we ain't gonna dissect that particular lyric. I want to hear overall why you don't like the mixtape, other than the fact that you feel like he's trash.
I think
Wayne is trash, and his music is just okay.
So it's not because he's a Trump supporter or none of that shit. Like that.
No,
I
Okay.
think I don't know. I'm not gonna agree with that because
Yeah,
that was
like
the
if
first
it
thing
was
he
if it
said.
was the Trump part, I get you.
Right.
I
That's
can
the first
understand
thing he
people who
said.
not fucking with it because of
Right.
that. I respect your mind for that.
Right.
But if it come down to the music, you could dissect the lines however you want. But
That
that
man-
man got some shit on it, like that
That
song, the
BB
BB King freestyle with
My
Drake on
God.
it.
Him and Drake
Everybody,
goes nuts.
everybody can argue or however you want for Drake, but Drake don't lose on a verse to too many people.
He
and
lost that one.
Wayne made him look little.
He lost that one.
Yeah, he made him look little.
He lost that one. big
Regardless
time.
of how you say it, you know that man say some shit, man, in all of his verses. I thought it was a like you said, it was vintage Wayne. Towards the end, they do get a little songy song, and it's cool. But I think he did it with a mixtape. He was having fun. He had his kids on there. That probably brought passion, brought fun for
I like
him.
him for that too, though.
And,
Wayne is a trash
so-
human being that make okay music.
How you gonna call that man a
Shit.
trash? Why is that man a
A
trash,
trash human being.
Why is he a trash human
That's
being?
attacking the person. That ain't attracting.
Tell me why he trash human being.
I gave examples. How many examples you want me to give?
Another one. Just give me just one. Because
What makes him a trash?
He's a
human
Trump
being?
supporter?
That's what I'm saying.
Well. First of all, being black and don't believe racism is real. Being pro cops and being a fucking Trump supporter.
you think
So-
you
What the
think
fuck is
every
wrong with
you
y'all?
think-
So
you
never
think
mind
every-
what we said.
You think every
2
black
weeks
person
ago when we were like, man, I can believe in what I want to believe.
No
in.
black person should be all three of those.
I don't think that every black person has experienced racism. That's just crazy to think. I just think that's crazy to think. Because we have
I said all three.
what's the other one? Okay, racism.
Never experienced racism.
One. He did. He said he didn't. Okay.
Pro cop
I don't think that's crazy. I have black
and
friends
a
that's
Trump
cops.
supporter.
I don't think he supports Trump. I don't just think.
Huh?
I don't
he
think.
came out and said he came out to his rally. What are you talking about?
I don't think Wayne gives a fuck about that shit, man. You can't think Wayne gives a fuck.
He
about
did
that.
it. He came out in a Trump rally. What are you talking
We
about?
literally
gotta
just said last week, and you changed your position.
That's
on
what
it.
I said.
You said that you said that you couldn't be friends with somebody who was a Trump supporter, and I said I could because I have a friend who said XYZ because of the industry that he was in, and if I can't be mad at my friend that if somebody say if you vote for this, your industry is gone, and so if they're voting on their livelihood, and you came back and said, okay, let me take that back.
I said all three.
I mean,
I just gave you
he
an
gave you an
example of
example of
Wayne.
your first two. I'm giving you an example. Of
I
the
gave
third.
him an example of the third.
But I feel you. Like I feel people. Like it's a lot of people mad at Wayne. Some of that shit that he said was insensitive, and it goes against what a lot
But
of
they're
people
not
feel.
saying
But
that the music is trash because because he's a Trump supporter.
Right, that's why I asked
We're
you
talking
was-
about the
But
music.
I've been
man.
saying his music wasn't good.
He did, and I give you that.
now you did say that.
I give you that.
So it ain't he ain't blow me out the wall like ooh.
But that's why I
like
beg the
Wayne.
question.
But I think
Was
that
it-
I think that to say that I think you saying that his music's not good is a direct
Because
correlation about what you feel about
Exactly.
him in
He's a trash
because
human.
his music is.
Because he specifically said he's a trash human.
He has
being.
had some bad music.
He is a trash human being, but his last album y'all all loved, and I thought that shit was.
But you
ass.
call him a trash human being for saying stuff that's insensitive or
that don't align with what you
that are offensive to people.
Yes.
You've done that.
And
Are you
I-
a trash human being?
And
You wanted people to understand you
and I
where you
walked
come
it back
from.
or either explained it.
Right. So have you asked Wayne to explain it?
He hasn't, and nobody asked me to explain it.
Right.
I did on my own.
I think he kind of does if you listen to his music.
Not paying taxes because I'm fucking with Trump.
I think that was just a rap lyric.
That's all that was. That's exactly what
okay.
it was. And then
We really don't know.
I
That's what
like
I'm saying.
I like Wayne because he's a black man. He's trying to do the right thing. He's trying to guide his kids in the right direction. Even if it's because of music. Not many people are putting their young kids on their album and just to get them some shine.
He helped Tiger, Nicki,
That's not a
Drake.
fucking trash human being to me. So, because of those things, I think he's a great human being.
I like Wayne as
Sorry.
an entertainer, as a rapper. That's it.
We got to get back to that sometime.
That's it. I don't look for Wayne. Hey man, what is your political views on this? So we can.
we gotta-
I don't look
and I
for
like
Wayne
you.
to do that.
We gotta
but-
get
That's
back.
it. I
to
like
that.
Wayne.
If
the
you
rapper.
put yourself in that, then I can judge you.
which
off of it.
is true. That
This
is
is
part of
very
the
true.
social media spectrum because now, like at one point, like who said this a bunch of times. We do miss the days where you didn't know who people like.
Right.
Because now with social media and all these different interviews and stuff, you do see where your favorite people, you get to have more insight and opinion as to what their
true.
thoughts are. And sometimes that could be bad to that detriment.
For me, that helps me in not giving a fuck about who you vote for.
And honestly,
Right. For
do
you.
Right.
Yeah,
So
for you.
I wish
do
everybody
you
would
really
think
hang
like, I don't
around
care who
people
you
that you
vote
just
for.
agree with all the time? How would that
No.
relationship be?
Like,
But
like,
that's what
like-
I'm
who the
saying.
hell agrees
like-
with me
like-
all the time?
Like, think about it like this. Like,
But we
like
ain't.
the
You see what
people
I'm
who,
saying?
who come to Miss Harris, you think they political views align all the time?
no.
Do y'all
And they work together.
Do we have a Wayne bias? Because I'm biased. on
I
Wayne.
do, but it's good.
Yeah.
So
Right.
it's good.
In your eyes,
man.
Wayne could do no
Like,
wrong. No,
it-
I don't
No,
have
he,
a bias.
he can definitely do wrong,
Trump-
and I'm
him
gonna
support
call
Trump is wrong. So
and
I
I'm gonna call
disagree
out his
with that.
wrong, just like we have done repeatedly on this. We just I think
He was
we
just a dumb
killed
of the
him
week
for,
2 weeks. Yeah.
for what he did a couple of weeks ago.
Carter 5 was trash, and y'all wouldn't admit it.
I never said I liked Carter 5.
And I did. So
I did.
That's subjective. But there has been Wayne projects that I thought was subpar. Just like we talked about yesterday, the Young Thug song. I said, I don't know if we was talking about that. I was
in
glad
the
they
group,
squashed
yeah.
the beef, but I like the song is trash, but I'm glad they squashed their beef. I said that.
Nah, I'm with you to a certain degree. Like a lot of the Carters that have been dropping, I haven't been liking them. Like I'm with you, but I wanted him to go back to the old Wayne.
Now, hang on. I will say this. It's not gonna be all hate. The start of the album,
Partial hate.
I did enjoy.
Say that, man.
Thank you.
That's okay.
The start of the
Just say
album,
it.
Thank
I
you.
did enjoy because it reminded me of the Wayne that I liked.
Vintage.
Why
Wayne.
would-
That's what
And
I'm saying.
then it started to get repetitive, and
That's-
then he started just saying stupid.
Now
like,
with you, I will agree it was repetitive. But he found a different way to say that repetitive shit, which I think is kind of smart. That shit weird, but it's smart.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Let's just be for real.
No, you can't ask a question. Y'all be getting fucking questions.
But
Fuck
that's
no.
like hypothetical. But like isn't like at this point, is there anything that you're gonna hear that you haven't heard before?
I don't think so.
Like it's just a cool new delivery. It's a new style. It's a new beat. It's a new way to deliver. It's a new way to ride the beat. It's a new cadence. It's a new something. But you've heard a nigga pull a gun. You've heard a chopper. You heard a fuck a bitch. You've heard fuck them nigga. You done heard uplifting. Like you've heard everything. What
I'm
are you
sorry, but
I'm not talking about just Wayne in
great,
general. I'm just
Oh,
talking about
yeah.
everybody.
But
Jay-Z not gonna drop something right now that you haven't heard before.
444 was something I never heard before.
Yeah, you've heard that album before.
You heard
No,
about
I haven't.
I'm
heard about
saying in
Basquiat?
music in general, you have heard.
You've heard about
No,
Basquiat.
I haven't. I haven't heard an album like that.
I've heard him talk about art and paintings before.
We when?
I've heard him.
Not on
Talk,
Big
I
Picture.
heard him talk about Al Qaeda back then. Al Qaeda was. I heard him talk about political
Magna
stances.
Carta,
before.
hold the grill.
Magna Carta. Okay, that was the
Carta.
start of it.
Okay,
But nothing
so-
was like 444.
All I'm saying is you don't have to defend Jay-Z. I don't want you to do that. That's not what I'm trying to do. All I'm trying to get you to say is at this point, it's nothing that
I'm
your
sorry,
30-something-year-old
I'm sorry,
self.
Wayne. You're
I'm-
35.
I'm not
I know
talking-
you fuck bitches.
I'm not talking about anybody that you listen to. Who do you like right now?
I don't know.
Right, exactly. And it's nobody that you like that you won't hear them say something like that. That's all I was saying. That was my whole entire point.
He ain't lying.
Okay.
Like shit, we put on blues. Stand up in it.
But that's
Like
an
they-
old song.
But it does not matter. Like at this point, whatever it is, it could be rock and roll. Them niggas then took pills and jumped off the diving road at some point. Like it doesn't
Snorted
matter.
coke, shot up, whatever. Yeah, it did it all.
Like if we talk that approach of repetitiveness is all I'm saying. Everything is at our age. We've heard all that shit.
I'm glad you came on out and said at the beginning you liked.
That's all I wanted to hear.
Took away the bias.
That's
and
all I
was
wanted.
I did.
Because
I
that
don't-
shit was jamming.
'Cause I don't
At
know
the
the last
beginning,
time
I was
shit
like,
was
damn, I can't hate on this album.
But
And
you-
then he gave me a reason to not like the album.
But
He removed his bias, and that's all I wanted you to do.
we had to
Like,
beat it out of him though, like the nigga who got kicked in the bushes.
Y'all really did try
We had
to
to kick that
bully
nigga in
my
the
boy
bushes
out
to
of
get it
that
out of him.
I don't know if he killed Drake though.
He did.
He did.
It's not
He
even.
did.
He did.
Those was two great.
They were great.
Now, Drake
no,
was-
not killed. Not killed.
Listen. I
He
listen.
beat.
No,
he
no, no.
beat
He
Drake.
No fool.
He didn't Nate Robinson.
For me
Drake.
to decide.
No, he didn't Nate Robinson, but he showed his superiority.
Okay.
Then he
Cool.
Tyson.
Well, I heard you, boy.
Tyson Roy Jones.
You got them all out of there too.
Yeah.
And I'm cup saying superiority. nigga.
Superior. Big word.
I ain't never met a big word that I was scared of, nigga.
All right, now I'm drunk as fuck, so I'm scared of all big words. I'm scared of small words right now. But to be fair, for me to decide, I listened to that shit from Montgomery to Calera. I listened to that song over and over.
Which
and
is
over.
12
That,
minutes.
oh shit.
I did
Not
listen
12
about
minutes.
4
That's
times.
like 45.
Talking about the BB King song?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah.
listened to it for 45
So you listen to
minutes.
that bitch a lot of
And
times.
Caden said, "You gonna do
From
it
here to
again?"
Calera?
Yes, I'm gonna do it fucking again. But Wayne nominated. I'm sorry.
And it go to a point that me and Todd brought up, Bing, and we've already said it here, but it just go to show you that Wayne can do that when he wants on command, but he just chooses not to.
And to be
I don't
fair-
know why. I don't know why.
Is
I
that
don't-
even more aggravating?
Yeah.
It's
very.
big aggravating. That's the point. That's why we're not biased. I get tired of that shit.
To me, it's not because for me, I see he performs on the big stage. When he's on the big stage with a big artist, he kills them.
true.
The Kendricks,
true.
sorry. The Drakes, sorry.
Shit.
Benny the Butcher.
That Benny the Butcher.
It makes me
Sorry.
actually
When he's
anticipate.
on that
It makes
stage,
me
he does
anticipate his new album because we did say at the tail of that last album that we knew that was old shit. What would new shit sound like? And we talked about the Benny the Butcher. We talked about
All of it
he
new
had a
shit?
few little
the Buster shit, right? He was,
yeah that he didn't miss. He just dropped this with Drake and shit. Didn't miss. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if we get new Wayne shit, maybe if he don't give us the old stuff, maybe.
because you know what?
But then they say his next album gonna be what was the like?
I am.
I'm not a human
I
being
am
three.
human
Yeah, I know
being.
what you're talking about. Yeah.
So if
I
they
got real sad about that.
yeah,
when I heard.
I don't know.
Come on, please, Wayne. Don't
I've
do
come
that.
to not judge Wayne's music by the
I am
title.
not a human being.
Right.
Like,
I don't
Yeah,
judge. I
but
don't-
his next album gonna be I'm Not a Human Being.
Well,
3.
he might rap his ass off saying I'm not.
I think it's
human.
3. Can't get right. I think it's 3.
He made a 2.
Yeah,
He
it's
should
3.
have made a 1.
It's 3.
Some more controversial topic.
Big word.
Oh, hang on. Juicy J album is really good.
I haven't listened yet. I need to listen. I want to listen.
The production
What?
on it. Stock
haven't
wasn't a
listened.
big fan, but
I've been on
Don't
Wayne.
speak for me.
I was
That's not what I
surprised
said.
of it.
That's not what I said.
No, that's not what you said.
What you say?
Right.
But
I just told him. What I really said was that I think it's a lot of young producers right now that's killing those beats. But
Ju-
but
Ju-
He ain't
but
lying.
that's not taking away from the legendary status of Juicy.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the album.
Okay.
So
I hadn't listened yet. I'm gonna listen. I need to listen. I want to.
what you was about to say, Stock?
I said that off 2 songs. God damn. And he said, it starts. I ain't even
He
heard
hates
none of
it. He fucking hates it like I hate
Right.
Wayne.
Young
it's
Thug.
good.
Young Thug was on Expeditiously. Ain't that what it is?
Yeah.
Okay. T.I. podcast.
Fast talking to you.
And Young Thug was on there, him and Benny the Butcher. Shouts out to Benny the Butcher. You know, he recently got shot.
Healing
He's
up well.
recovering. Shouts out to Boosie, by the way, while I'm here. See, he's recovering.
Was Boosie here recently?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw it on the social media that Boosie was here.
But Young Thug explained why he's never worked with Andre 3000. And
Andre never wanted to work with him.
it got a little controversial because basically Young Thug said that he never really wanted to work with Andre. That Andre's hard to get to. He's not accessible. All while Young Thug has worked with Elton John. He's explained that Elton John was a big fan of his. Elton John knew his songs. Elton John asked him, when Gucci was getting out, you know what I'm saying? And Thug was like, shit, let's make music. Elton John was like, shit, what's up? And he's saying, but when you reach out to somebody like an Andre 3000, you get his secretary. Hello. And it's all this formal, and we supposed to be from Atlanta. We supposed to stick together. We supposed to raise the culture, but we can't deal with you. We can't talk to you. I don't know if y'all saw the clip, but if y'all did, I just was curious y'all thoughts about it and what y'all take from, what Young Thug said.
I just feel like, man, you can't be that entitled. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We all have been won 3 stacks to rap, and because you're from Atlanta, doesn't make you any different. Like, do you think Lil Wayne or somebody don't want to do a feature with Andre 3000? Just because you're Young Thug, you gonna jump the line? Like, if you can't reach him, okay, cool. Find you somebody else to be on your song. Don't be a crybaby about
Lil
it.
Wayne only got one feature with him. Like, and I'm sorry, Thug. As much as people might think I hate Wayne, you ain't no fucking Wayne. So why the fuck would he get on the song with you?
I want to.
You better go get T.I. I mean, that's cool.
I don't want to go against the bad crowd. I'm just saying.
Emotions aside.
Young Thug does not deserve a 3 stack. Like 3 stacks, I got to drop.
I disagree.
Whatever the he playing.
Come on, man. Emotions aside, I get that 3000 is your guy. He's your guy. I get it.
Yes.
I do think that Young Thug is worthy of a.
And you
a
could
3
tell.
No,
Yeah.
never. Why?
T.I.
That question would not have
Come on,
came
man.
up if it wasn't. He's not going to act that to somebody.
T.I.
that
even
doesn't
said,
matter.
hold on, wait. Y'all gotta work together because he know that'll be nuts. Like, regardless of what you say, Young Thug done brought us Lil Baby. Young Thug knew what was in Lil Baby before Lil Baby knew what was in Lil Baby. And Lil Baby one of the hottest persons out. Young Thug has brought a lot of these future songs that you hear came from Thug. Like, Thug has actually come in the game and dropped a lot of hits. So you can't put Thug to the side like he not.
And
you might not like his music, but Thug knows how to make music.
I get what you're saying.
Y'all Tip don't even have a 3K verse.
He
T.I.
does.
himself has also big.
He does.
On what?
What album is that?
Look it up.
He got him. Fuck
He got him on that.
You got that laptop right in front of you. Somebody asked me why we got laptops and we don't never look at them.
We damn sure don't. We be trying to
Them
talk
niggas
to
say y'all
We
niggas just like to
talk.
look cute, guys.
That's why I
y'all niggas
stopped-
got
I-
laptop. Them niggas will not push the button
That's
on
why
that
I
laptop.
didn't bring my shit, goddamn. Fuck that laptop,
I just
goddamn.
was trying to do it.
Y'all got phones, laptops. Look, he got his laptop and still looking on his
We
phone.
gonna let you. Todd's gonna look it up while we talk about it. But
Sorry.
I don't
It's the name of the song.
remember it. I remember it.
Yeah, sorry. And 3 stacks go on that bitch forever.
I feel like this. Does Thug is Thug worthy enough to get a 3K verse? Sure.
Yes.
But I also understand
Lyrically,
that 3K is not really interested in
In
doing
rapping,
music. He's
right.
just a different person. It's just like I make it on my time when it hit me, when I'm ready, and that's just how he been. And I look at it like somebody I really like from what I took from it. I felt like Young Thug. Look, he knows who 3K is. He
does.
like his music
Right.
and he wants to work with him. And that's what
Do
you
you
get.
think he
Just like
cares?
when he wanted to work with Wayne. Wayne was all of the, you know what I'm saying? But and
You think he cares to work with 3K?
I do.
yeah, he wants to.
Enough to
If 3K pick up that phone and drop that
gonna do
secretary
it.
that he was talking about tomorrow
Right.
and call him, they'll drop some brilliant music because they both good music.
And the album was Trouble, man. And the song was called Hello.
Do you also understand?
Sorry.
But do you
Thank you,
also
Todd.
being from other side looking at it from 3K's? From Young Thug's side. Do you understand where he comes from?
yeah, I
Yeah.
get it.
You have to understand that part as well.
I get it.
But
I get
both
it because of
sides.
the culture of Atlanta.
Right.
The culture of Atlanta is we all work together to
Yeah,
pull
one
one
big
another
pot.
up, and it's not too many artists. It's some, but it's not too many artists in Atlanta that didn't come up from somebody.
But
It's true.
can you also understand that Andre has no clue that Young Thug wants to work with him?
No, yeah, I can understand that if he hasn't heard it or that secretary hasn't told him. I get him because he's out somewhere playing the flute. I get it,
Yeah.
but it's hard. That's hard to say because I think that he hears some of those things as well, like social media.
Man,
out there
man, fuck
and-
that. The audacity of Thug. Like, man, nigga, Outcast.
God.
3 stacks. Get
The
the
man
like,
ain't
I ain't
even
gotta get on the
on
phone
Big-
with you.
The man got albums with Big Boy, and
Right,
Big
but-
Boy can't get him on the album.
Big Boy
See what
will
I'm
rap
saying?
on anybody. album at any time.
But that's what I'm saying. Andre 3000.
So do you see through that? though?
He doesn't want to do that shit. So
Do you
right.
see you
How
see
can
through
you-
what Thug's actually doing? You see through that.
Hey, Andre only gets on shit that maybe it catches his ear and he wants to do it. You know how many people probably call him for a verse? Everybody in the rap universe wants a verse from him.
And
Why
that's
you so
fine,
mad
but
at
I can
Thug,
also
though?
understand.
Why you so
like,
mad
who-
though?
Because I understand it. Like, I hate
I
that
don't.
3 Stacks does not rap more.
So why you can't understand Young Thug frustration for not wanting to rap with him?
Nigga, you're not that good of a rapper to for him to entertain you.
So you only gonna see one side?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Shouts out to Lil
You
Baby,
really
man.
gonna just sit there and admit that?
Lil Baby said that he gonna donate $1.5
bipartisan.
million off the song "Bigger Picture."
Saw that.
Meek Mill asked for some of that money for Philly.
Did you say stop?
No,
No, I saw
saw
that.
that.
Oh, bitch, don't sound like you said stop to me, goddammit.
See, you got headphones on. You can't.
No,
hear me. I
nigga,
can.
we been out so long and you wouldn't know that because you don't have on headphones,
Exactly.
motherfucker.
Exactly
We've
why-
been podding through the pandemic.
exactly why I can hear and you can't.
Yeah, but at the same time, we supposed to have on headphones. But anywho, shouts out to Lil Baby, man. He said he's gonna donate $1.5 million off the Bigger Picture song. That he wanted to take the music where needed, or the money where needed. Just let them know what organization and everything. I just thought it was dope. We keep seeing Lil Baby, man. He not shooting no misses right now. But just to take the Bigger Picture, for those y'all don't know what it was a pretty big anthem over the summer.
Right.
In the wake of everything that was going on, from the George Floyds to all the riots and things you saw, all the protests, not riots, let me call them protests, that we saw around the country. So I thought that was pretty dope.
That's huge. That's super huge. I saw Meek Mill tapped in and asking for a couple million to do some shit in Philly.
Yeah.
So that's dope. Get the money out to the youth, man. Get that money out to the youth, and especially he is the youth. So
Right.
seeing someone from the youth donating to the youth, I love it. I fucking love it.
Right. And I saw that shit too. And they were like on some backlash type shit.
Who
Like,
for what?
like people, it was some controversy behind it, saying like he
Can't get right, joint.
like
For
not
no
with
reason.
Baby, but with
Backlash
Meek Mill,
Young Thug for wanting to work with 3,000.
they were saying
Everybody
like,
want to work with that nigga.
but no, he was saying people would, like found it fucked up that Meek Mill didn't want to pay for it, but he would ask Baby to pay for it.
Because babies donate it. I don't get it. But I mean, and it's
Again,
still,
you know what I'm saying?
if I
Like-
have the resources to
Well,
reach out to this man,
I get
I
it,
can get
but
I can get it, but
Like,
bring it here. You
they
know?
probably look at like,
he
"Damn,
asked
Meek
the
Mill,
question.
You've been going
where
a
can I
lot
spend
longer
this?
than Lil Baby. Why Lil Baby giving to your Philadelphia organization?"
But if my
Well,
man
well-
asked the question,
Yeah, I get it. I'm supposed to do what I'm supposed to do for my
Here,
organization.
we
Yeah,
want-
yeah. That's
and-
just more money.
But another reason I don't get it because Meek Mill is still doing that. Why not bring more? It's okay.
Yeah, I
It's
get
okay
it.
to bring
I
more.
get
so
it.
once you know he's just bringing more,
that's
shut
just
the
like
fuck
the
up.
question that Charlamagne asked over again. What do you do for black people? Meek Mill said, "Hey, bring that 1.5 up here. We can do this in my hood."
I mean, but
And he want to, but people got a problem with it.
they're crazy. I don't get it, man.
Dumbass.
Well, don't be mad for more money coming into your hood.
Right. And he didn't even say he was going to give it to him. He just, hey, if you want to work, we can do it here. But I mean, with Atlanta booming how it is, he can send it now. Like it's tons of shit he can spend that money on.
Sports.
Oh Lord.
Tyson, Roy Jones Jr.
That wasn't a sport.
Well, before we can even get to goddamn that, man, goddamn.
Goddamn, that's
Snoop Dogg, man. Goddamn.
Somebody hire
you
that
got to
man.
do every event.
Can we hear Snoop, please?
Put him
Tell
on
you.
HBO, guys.
Can we
He
hear
got to
Snoop
go.
right here?
He got to put him in the suit. Everybody
Let him sing.
going for it.
I let him sing. Let him
That
sing.
nigga, that
God. Lord have mercy. Robinson. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Lord.
Snoop talk about dropping it
Precious
like it's hot,
Lord. Take my hand.
Holy God up!
Lead me on. Let me stand.
Wow, nothing funny about what's happening with Nate Robinson, but Snoop Dogg is singing the hymns. He's trying to get.
Oh, Lord.
Mamma Mia, the problem child proving to be a big problem for Nate Robinson.
My goodness.
And of course,
Call the ambulance. Pick up the people.
we need definite medical attention for Nate Robinson. And again, Snoop,
We'll be back
this
after
is why you
commercial
don't
break.
play boxing, brother.
Nah.
It's the hurt business. And Robinson could
That
be.
man is probably the best fucking announcer I've ever seen.
Yeah.
That nigga said, man, this remind me of my two uncles. Man, hey, shit, let go out back. Nigga, what you want to do?
Grandma, they out there fighting.
Nigga said, ain't nobody but my grandmama can break up this fight. Hey, that used to be true, though. The uncle back there, grandmama could break up that fight.
Y'all sit y'all ass down.
My man sung the little song that they sang at the funeral for Nate Robinson, man.
Whole him, goddamn.
Nate Robinson, man, come on, man. Jake Paul, whatever his name is, whooped your ass, man. Like, quick, fast, and then I heard. I ain't gonna lie, fool. Like I ain't seen no. I hadn't had no funny shit. Like I was kind of getting sleepy, but when that shit happened, me and Todd was over there watching. When that shit happened, that shit woke me up.
That was the fight of the night for me.
That shit,
Man, listen.
That was the
One of
fight
them
the night
fights
for me.
I took a rest on. It wasn't the Nate Robinson one.
The fight prior
I don't know
to
where you took a rest at, but I know where you woke up at.
Man.
When Jake
Wake up.
Paul put that overhead right on my man.
The first time. The first
Bro, that
time.
nigga thought he got hit in the back of the
Hey,
head.
remember that nigga kept rubbing his head?
Was it a fair fight though, fool? Was it
No.
a fair fight?
Hey, you get in the ring, it's a fair fight. He ain't had no bottles or no boards or no knife
knife.
or nothing.
A nigga 5'9" gets a nigga 6'1",
You
30
got
pounds
in
different.
the ring saying that you was ready. That's a fair fight. I got gloves like you got gloves. Don't get your ass in the ring. Then that nigga went to sleep on his hands.
Big sleep. Then he went to sleep on his face.
Then he went to sleep.
He really went night in there.
That nigga was limp. Goddamn. Big limp.
Man.
He should have activated.
God damn. But shouts out to what his name? Sean Paul?
Jake.
Jake Paul. Yeah, shouts out Jake Paul, man, putting that nigga to sleep. It just go to show you, man, boxing just not a sport that you just jump in and casually want to try
Just
to
say I want to
pursue.
do it.
You cannot just do
Your
it.
ass can get hurt real bad in there. But we saw the Tyson Roy Jones Jr., man. Two legends, man. Roy Jones Jr., man, is a legend, man. I used to love to watch Roy fight. Roy used to bring so much excitement to the game so quick, man. His style was so crazy, how he used to throw that blind jab, and he fucked Mike Tyson up with a couple
did.
times with it. You could see that Roy Jones was there. Tyson, we know who Tyson is.
Who
One of
looked
the most
older?
scariest fighters to ever put on gloves.
Tyson like 55, Roy like 51.
54 and
54.
51.
But who looked older?
Shit, they
Roy
both look
look
old,
old.
man.
Roy looked older. I'm
Yeah, they
sorry.
both look old.
Roy looked. He had that quick jab, but Tyson hit him with the.
Yeah, and but see, for Roy's style of fighting, Roy was always been a quick fighter, and you could see Roy knew what was coming or what he wanted to do, and his little
He
style,
just couldn't do it
but he
anymore.
just couldn't do it no more.
That Tyson was too big for that shit.
Man, but Tyson,
He tried the chicken fight a
Chicken
couple
fight.
of times.
What's a chicken fight, fool?
I mean, that's kind of his style.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you can't really describe it, but that's kind of like his style, his reach
Man,
back.
them body shots that
That
Tyson was
nigga
hitting,
was rocking his.
Yeah.
they
He was
called it
lifting his
they
ass
called
off
it a
the
draw.
ground.
Y'all thought it was a draw?
No.
No, man.
You know
Tyson.
that. Come on now.
Tyson big. I think Tyson could have knocked him out if they ain't had that talk with him before. Tyson, don't kill him. Okay.
I don't think they had that talk.
They
My
had-
boy in the
yeah, they
interview
had a
said-
talk.
They had, it was the
They had-
rules.
they had
It
a
was
bunch
part
of
of the
talks.
rules. No big knockdowns. No
Yeah.
score.
No.
It's a weird rule.
My
No,
man
they
said
said
he would
that
punch
a
with
lie,
no
that
conviction.
it could be knockout.
Yeah,
said he would punch you with bad intent.
I don't think that Tyson. That's the lead up. That's the build it up.
Yeah.
I don't think Tyson. I think Tyson could have really hurt him.
Yeah, he could have killed him. I think from the just for real. If he'd have hit him with one of them body shots in his head, he'd have died.
He was hitting him with them body shots.
That's not- but if you think
No, I'm
about it, he
saying if
threw
he
way
would've-
more body shots than
The
head
head
shots. He
shot.
ain't really even throw no
If,
head.
Yeah,
if
he
he'd have hit with one of them rib shots right there, he'd have died.
Man, listen.
That's all I'm saying.
We were watching them hoes and the impact from them motherfucking body shots. Boy.
The lesson learned from this: do not get in the ring with Tyson.
Yeah.
So those $5 million to get in the ring with
Even
Tyson,
Roy said after that, he was like,
sense.
"Man, I gotta consult with my family." Guy.
Real.
Hey, that nigga was like, "Shh."
Boy, I
The
got
funniest shit though, when Tyson was like, "But what about me?
Right.
Everybody asking about me. Y'all asking about this nigga. Ain't nobody asking about me.
Because you was the dominator.
Yeah.
You was
You
the
straight.
dominant one.
So
goddamn.
the long story short, it wasn't a damn draw.
Right. By a long shot.
Von Elway, the Dolphin, not the Dolphins, the Broncos.
the Broncos. The
Broncos.
score is 7-0.
COVID. We still seeing effect. Who winning?
Right now the Saints is up 7-0.
That's right.
As should be.
Yeah.
For those who don't know what you're talking about, man, the Denver Broncos, all their quarterbacks are out due to COVID restrictions. They basically don't have anybody to cover for them because of the quarterbacks being in the same room. All of them were exposed to COVID. So therefore, in the NFL football game, a professional game, not one quarterback is able to suit up to play. So Von Miller is the DM for the Broncos, said that he'll suit up and be quarterback and bring back old Von Elway. Thoughts?
Interception.
Right now, I'm looking at the stats, and the stats for the Broncos quarterback is K. Hinton, whoever he is. He's 0 for 4 for 0 yards. 0 for 4, 0 yards. And they're in second quarter with 9 minutes left.
That's
Nigga went a
crazy.
whole quarter without completing a pass.
How many yards they got total?
They have 19 yards rushing. And that's
That's
it.
That's it.
God
My
damn.
God.
It's gonna be a long night for
Finna
them.
get ugly.
That's not fair, man. They shouldn't have made them play that
What?
game.
They didn't make them play. They had an option to forfeit.
No. I think the NFL should have stepped in and said we're going to reschedule this game.
But
for
what if
another
the
day.
Broncos themselves didn't want to forfeit?
They
'cause
can't.
felt like
They can't do that. The NFL has ultimate control.
Yeah.
So who
The-
elected not to
the,
forfeit?
the NFL changes games to this day or this day or this day. Like, yeah, they can say if you don't want to forfeit, but I think the NFL can step in and say we're going to change your game to Tuesday and give you a chance to do something.
I don't know, but whatever it is, it's crazy to see. COVID still affecting it. COVID has affected college football in ways. That's why it's hard for us to come with our sports takes this year. Because it's just you don't know who's playing, who's not. Alabama, shouts out to them. They beat the shit out of Auburn and the Iron Bowl yesterday.
Bad.
General, just general. Do you think that coaches should be fired within this pandemic? Like Vandy's coach, he's 0-8, but he got fired.
If anybody was gonna be fired, I would have thought it would be Harbaugh.
Me too.
But I don't agree with what they did with Derek Mason. Me personally, I get you on 8 and it's fucked up. But I felt like Derek Mason, like last year, they were competitive. They've been having big draft picks. Maybe I just need to research a little bit more on Vandy, but I just feel like it was a little premature to me personally.
I don't know what Vandy expects, but I don't just think you're gonna ever be great. But 0-8 in a pandemic year isn't I don't think anybody should get fired this year. That's just me.
Yeah.
Unless just you're just going nuts and crazy. You know what I'm saying? So
It's just not gonna be the year. Next year, maybe it's gonna be a different story. But this year, I can't see it. Any other sports shit that anybody had?
we had the fight, we had the NFL, we had that. College basketball started back. It's
Yeah,
not what it
college
is.
basketball back.
The NBA is gonna start within a month.
So we'll
that's
see how
really
that
all I
go.
got.
Moving on into the dummy of the week.
Dummy.
Dumbass, stupid ass dummy.
Don't fight a nigga that big no more.
What that nigga name is?
Nate Robinson.
Oh, Nate Robinson. Bring your ass to the ring.
And maybe
Don't
Matter of
don't
fact,
go to the
no,
ring.
you
Stand
stay
on the
where you at.
outside of the
Stay where
ring.
you
Yeah.
at.
Nate Robinson. The moral of the story is, man, we already just talked about you, man. Hey, listen, man.
Big sleep.
Boxing is a real sport. Boxing is a sport that takes an extreme amount of talent. It takes an extreme amount of concentration, focus, and you can't just get in that ring just because you dominated in basketball. You were a hell of a basketball player at your size. You know,
Hell of a football player.
Your heart that you did to dominate in the NBA was unbelievable. You took your talents to football. Was an unbelievable football player. Most people do grow up playing basketball, football, baseball, all
you
of
find
those
yourself.
different sports like that. But boxing is a different place.
Yeah.
Boxing is a different beast.
You're a different
When
kind
you
of
ass got in that ring, I could already tell what your fate was gonna be. I told Todd in the first round, this nigga is punching with head down, running into a punch. And that's what you did. You ran into a punch, and that nigga knocked your ass out, man. So for that, we have no choice but to give you the dummy,
dummy.
of the
The prestigious dummy of the week.
The honorable.
Real.
You're the honorable.
Man.
I just think it's just crazy you can't get into a boxing ring once you're a millionaire. You gotta have
I'm
some
not.
kind of different kind of hunger.
Like, that's crazy.
You don't have to be a
Well,
millionaire.
once you've been
You don't have to be a
training for a
millionaire.
certain amount of time.
Well,
You could be 100 there.
You watch the Kevin Hart shit, and he talked about boxing. He's a millionaire, got the best trainer, whatever, and he said, "You remind me of some nigga named Sleepy Jones or somebody."
Nigga had one on.
Yeah, nigga had one on. Like you can't just jump into boxing.
Somebody
Yeah,
lied to
and-
Nate Robinson like
And he
that.
never boxed
Oh, you
again.
ready, bro.
He
After
turned into
ready.
Sleeping Nate.
Nigga
Tell you.
sparred one time and didn't box again. I want to see if Nate fights again. He got sleep one.
I think this was it.
I
he
think
retired.
I think he realized this is the real
Yeah.
deal.
You think it was worth it though, but because we saw that like pre-box office numbers like 500K, 750K, and that's before pay-per-view. So we see what
Nah,
happens
man,
next.
nothing ain't worth it to get your whole head knocked off like that. I
And
don't.
that,
to be
exactly
sleeping
what
around
You
the
happened.
got
world.
50 million. What's another million?
How many of those millions he still has? That's my question.
That's true too.
And
You
to
never
somebody
know.
like him, that probably was just a passion, something he always wanted to do. So big up to him. But hey, you out of there, man. That's why you are dumb of the week.
Dummy. Don't fight a nigga that's 3 inches taller. And
Any other news or information we forgot to add or forgot to talk about?
Grammys?
Yeah, a lot of Grammy snubs. I don't know why y'all keep.
Roddy Ricch, for me.
expectations out
Roddy
there.
Ricch is the biggest Grammy snub ever. Not
Who?
ever, but this year.
Roddy
Roddy
Ricch?
Ricch. Yeah, he should have. The box and Roddy Ricch himself should have been.
Stop caring about the Grammys.
I don't.
They don't give a fuck about us.
I
Been
don't.
said that.
You don't,
Been said.
but it's clear
He
that a lot of
does.
these
But-
artists'
but
feelings
he
be
does.
hurt.
I do
by it.
understand artists like, yes, like a college football player want to win the Heisman. You do the little, you know what I'm saying? But artists want to win a Grammy. But if they keep telling you who they are, at some point you got to believe them.
Yeah. And other
Ain't lying.
information, anything we forgot. New York Governor Cuomo actually is up to will receive an Emmy for his leadership role during the COVID-19 press conferences.
That's dope.
That man
I like
went to
that.
work
I like how he
in the
stepped.
press
I like how he
conference.
stepped out.
Yeah, I mean, he was our national leader, if you think about it.
He was.
So shouts out to Cuomo, man, on that. Any other information or news we forgot to add on?
Not on my list.
Well, we'll be back next week like we
something
never
else to
left.
talk about next week.
Well, we'll be back next week like we never left, because like we say every week, we never leave. You dig?
Goodbye.
You bitch you.
Dummy.